Keys on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track. For the stats, I be beating the odds. Then the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow up just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Peace to the tribes. Where AP go? You still in here?
Yeah, nah, peace to the tribe. I was actually talking with my mic on, man. Salute, man. What's up, big bro, Jag? What? How you feeling, bro? Everybody good? That's what it do.
Yeah, man. I really been hanging out all day, pretty much, man. Just left some of my people house, man. They just chilling. We trying to put something together, man, where we can get everybody to um kind of build up these communities back, man. We got a few houses we gonna work on, but we trying to get as much as possible, man, so we can really be heard and really voice our opinions on needs to go down. We're trying to do it in the best manner though. We're not trying to start no beef with the city or county. We trying to really just put it on the line what we aware of and how we want to go about things. So I ain't gonna say too much, but y'all know how it is, man.
That's a fact, bro.
It's just
That's
trying
a fact.
to bite it together, really, man. Dealing with different ideas and coaches and beliefs. We really gotta settle down and realize, we gotta be men and women first, no matter what we believe in and how we want to do. Because at the end of the day, I gotta have your back and you gotta have mine. However it's gotta be done. Everybody got their own path. So, and it's just that, man. I don't, it shouldn't. I don't understand. I mean, I don't know. It ain't hard to me, but I guess,
Right.
you're dealing with different ages and different mindsets and different, beliefs and stuff, man. So it's kind of like, I don't know, man. I mean, it's working, but it's not exactly going how I want it. But I would really like more of the people that, like the guys on the panel, A1, Cormay. If we, like you said, if we really could all on a personal level, I mean, we can do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just about doing it, man. Of course, I know I'm getting a little personal, whatever, but y'all excuse me on it. I'm just saying, like, I've been really trying to do this thing, man, and it's really, it's really on us. It's not hard at all, man. It's a lot of naive and petty stuff that I think a lot of people gotta acknowledge for themselves, rather than trying to actually work for the community. Like, it's strange, but a lot of people, when you talk to them personally, it's one thing, but then when it comes to a group, it's like, a lot of egos get involved, man. I don't know, man.
Nah, ego's always been an issue since the beginning of time, and it usually do deteriorate from how people interact and with cohesiveness. You see what I'm saying? But what you got to do is put your ego aside and then bring out your pride, because your pride will outride that. It'll make you understand that it's better to work with cohesiveness. Like you see how all these brothers on this panel can just sit here and build. Everybody respectfully. Everybody got their mic muted with one another speaking. And when it's time for somebody else to speak, we do the same. That's called working with cohesiveness. You see what I'm saying? There's no problem between none of our brothers. There's no ego trip. We none of us are better than either one. We all contribution and implementing information is just as high as anybody else's. You see what I'm saying? So and that's a part of it, big bro Jag. And I think some people do need to be a little bit more educated on ego trip. You see what I'm saying? Cause,
Yeah,
cause, cause that's how people get killed. That's how situations get blown out of proportion when you're dealing with real life situations. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, man. And I think you talking about habits, PTSD, and like I say, the religion, man. With all that, and that's not even half of the problem that our people are facing. Um, how the media is, and I mean, it's just I be seeing a lot, man. But at the same time, when we build, and that's why I tell people you still gotta live, you still gotta kind of see what people talk about, see what people let, so you can still kind of be attached to the feeling side of what everybody got going on, because when you go when you keep studying and you go so far in, man, it's just like, you expect people to understand or be there, and it's just not like that. So I mean,
Peace, peace. Brother Jaguar, tell me something good that happened to you today.
well, one thing, my children happy and my family happy, so I'm happy. But I just
Good.
got a big eye, I guess. I want the world. I want our people to be happy. So it's just one of them things, man. I philosophize a lot, and I really care, but at the same time, it's kind of like the shit make you numb. You know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of be aware and be ready for all type of angles and emotions and shit. So you know how it is, man. It's real life.
Already, Jag. I definitely feel where you're coming from, because I know, like, for me, it's one of the ways we learn to keep the equilibrium balance. A lot of people like to call it junk food. Like, mentally, sometimes we need our junk food, but you can't let all the junk food distract you from, everything that's going on. Because the good thing that happened to me today, you know, I was researching, and, I found other members of, like, my family. So when I was talking with my mom, it's like every time I talk with her, it just rattles something inside her. It's like a frequency shift. It's almost like, the earth inside her mind is shifted. And the crazy thing about it, when I start asking her certain questions, the more I research, the more specific I could get. And I realize with family, the more specific you are, the easier it is for them to answer the question that you got. Because when I found, this lineage of my family, it made me understand, because I'm from South Georgia, why my mom would always say, "Oh, that's your cousin, that's your cousin." I used to always get on my nerve. I'm like, how is everybody down here connected? And after doing the genealogy, all roads are leading back to, like, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and parts of Georgia. And it's basically bridging the gap and giving me a map that I can share with the family. Because for decades, what we're doing now, I kid you not, some of our families have been trying to do that. They just didn't know how. But
Right.
our generation, since we're so like-minded, we're finding uh, different avenues to do that, because we have more in store. They didn't have everything, we have right now. So they was only working and using what they had. I mean, we got plethora of different things that we can use. And it's just up to us to come together and just, connect and build it the way our ancestors used to do back in the day. It's no different than, these river systems we've been learning about. It's no different than, you learning about different type of slave trades that was going on, that they've been lying and covering up. I mean, it's all just one big system that we have to use our brain capacity to dissect and basically just make sure that when we reverse engineer it, it's gonna help the future generations to come. Cause that's how I see it, man. And we all balance that positive and negative, but don't let the negative, stop you from prospering. You know, go ahead and vent. That's the best thing to do, man, and that's what we're gonna do. Vent it out, and we're gonna come up with some new ideas.
Word, man. Hey, that's peace, man. I can dig that because you know, I don't know, man. Just a lot. Just trying to, keep up and take care of the family, and I know a lot of people in my area, so I got a lot of people. I gotta really myself. And I'm not saying this for anybody else. It's just me. I guess I am venting a little bit, but I don't know. People might can relate. I gotta kind of structure a system for myself to where I can really balance and kind of keep everything on a equilibrium to where I can really put my all into it, because I know it can work and it's gonna happen, but you when you got a lot going on, you gotta kind of make it simple. So that's my thing, man. I know people with like jobs and stuff. I got like a part-time gig and stuff like that. And I know I could tell, most people who making good money working like 10, 12 hours a day if they do got some type of job. So just trying to really implement a system or a way for our people to progress, with unity. That's just been my main focus for the past, man, really, that's kind of like my goal, but that ain't nobody business or whatever on a personal level, but everybody should want to help everybody. But it's just really just coming up with one, way. I feel if I could come up with a better way for myself, then maybe I could share it with people and maybe other people can use it also. But my thing is just that, man. And I don't know, it's just been a lot going on this past couple of weeks. Just trying to put everything together, man. Like I said, it's a couple of spots that we really thinking about building up real good. We got a couple that we painting it up and putting, some cheap sheetrock or whatever just to try to get somebody to live in. We just trying to do the best we can, man. It's a process though. I'm dealing with too many people. I think that's what it is.
Peace, man. Peace to the panel, man. Peace to the first American gods. What it do?
Peace,
Libra
peace,
son,
peace,
peace to
Libra
the God,
son.
man.
My brother, peace, peace.
What's good with you?
What's going on, Libra son, man? It's always a blessed OG, man. You came through last week, dropping flames. So I know you're gonna pick up where you left off because they cut us off prematurely. So I know you about to go in, right?
You always keep it blissful. So do your thing, Libra.
Man, I'm just chilling, man. Just absorbing in, trying to take in what everybody's putting out. You know what I'm saying? And Jag, man, that's the thing is like this, man. You always, when you're trying to get things accomplished, man, you always find yourself doing a whole lot, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you gotta narrow it down to what's important to where you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? And that way, man, you keep yourself from being spread too thin, because all the works that we do are not going to be, get the best return. You know what I'm saying? So just keep it simple, bro.
Yeah, I'm really learning that, man, cause
Hey, Hawk School, Big Chief want to come on for a second and speak some. So he's put his email down. Go and bring him in. And also want to say blessings to the other big bro who just joined the panel. Salute Dan Calloway. What's going on, big bro? How you feeling
Peace,
tonight?
peace, peace, Dane.
Oh, see your brother. Oh, see your brothers on the panel as well. I'm just sitting back. I'm just observing everything that I had to go through today.
Damn, you good? You good, big bro? Everything sweet?
Good. I mean, I just had to do some traveling to get some records that I needed. Like I said, I mean, things are happening behind the scenes, but what I can tell you is like from my previous conversations when I was telling you that a lot of the things that was stolen from our ancestors, including the land, was done through taxes. What I'm doing behind this is done through taxes and done through land allotments that they gave to these incoming foreigners that was coming in. Now I'm pinpointing who did that. And I'm accessing all of these records because this has to be shown in court. I mean, and I'm not going to go too far with that. Okay. I'm not going to go too far with that. And I did say some names in the last one that I'm not going to repeat on this one. And I went back and listened to your audio and they cut it off after I said something that I'm not going to mention again. Okay. Because that's the truth. And I know that it is. And that's the reason why I don't put those type of videos out. Like,
and it did copy strike me for something that was said, and it didn't release the name as well.
Yeah, no, that's their excuse. What they doing was listen to where they cut our conversation off at, and that topic is what they don't want to be told on here, Facebook, and everywhere else. They eliminating that. Period. As a matter of fact, it's happening so bad that they threatening the UK right now with lowering how much they get in ads. Like that's been happening for a while right now. So I'm not gonna mention that topic. And Libra I'm pretty sure he knows that side because we had a longer conversation offline after that. So I mean, all of the brothers that was on the panel actually are already aware of that. But like I said earlier, they're listening. So whatever, that's what I'm saying, like conducting, like what we should be doing should not be conducted on YouTube. Like all business need to be handled off of YouTube. I'm trying to tell you, they being real petty.
That's an absolute fact. And I've been teaching that. We've been talking that. That's why I tell people certain conversations, even though we looking for solutions and even though these conversations got to be had, we got to understand when is the place and where. You see what I'm saying? This is not it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, YouTube is not it. Like this is a good communication ordeal, like as far as bringing people together socially, but we're all up under one common umbrella. And somebody has to step up and start linking up with these people outside of YouTube. And I've been doing that ever since I started. I had 800 number and everything. I had everything where people could contact me directly. Okay. And I had to loosen up on that a little bit because like I said, I don't trust everybody, but I'm willing to listen. Let me see where you coming from. And let me see what you about outside of YouTube or however they contacted me. And let me see where they on. Because if they about something, then we could go to something. We might could, it's not just going to be me and that person. It's going to take thousands of us to get things done properly, to reconstruct what happened here. Like people don't even know what a federally borrowed funds are or federally borrowed bank owners are. And that's very important that I'm going to have to bring out, especially dealing with federal land banks. Okay, we're going to have to start attacking the people that really did it. And they're hiding behind businesses. This is what I was explaining to you guys on the last one. These people that say they did slavery and all like that don't want to hand reparations, and they don't have to. And technically they don't. You don't want to look for reparations because that's a check for you to just shut up. If you want things done properly, okay, that's great that you think that you're about to come up with some money with that because it's beyond money. But if that's what it takes for you to find out who your ancestors were, fine, go do it. Okay, if that's it, if that's your meal ticket, go do it. Hop on that genealogy right now. Okay, hop on it right now because I don't think we're gonna have time later. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't think we're gonna have time later because I'm not the only one that's pinpointing who these folks are. Okay, and it's been happening for years. And research on top of research that I'm seeing, and I'm researching other researchers that was already conducting these processes. We got a big case. And I'm talking about top-notch case. Not no, oh, we about to go sue them. Oh, we about to go. It's a whole bunch of stuff that I can't mention right now on this YouTube. But I mean, I'm just saying, we got records now.
Facts.
We got records now, and you can believe that. You can take it how you want it. You could be stuck on this YouTube channel and say all these hussy, fussy fits that you want to say on YouTube and the YouTube comments and chat, but just know for a fact that we getting things done. We just not talking. I know I'm just not talking on YouTube and not doing nothing with it.
That's a fact.
My own people decide to send donations to me to get these things done. And they want to see results. I'm not no Pan-African dude. They contact me. You put something up, look, we about to hear. I know where to get it. It's still gonna be in your name, not mine. If you donated to me to bringing you to that thing, fine, I understand. But just know we all in this together. This not just a fun Dane Calloway. We all got to do this. Don't look for nobody to do nothing for you. You do it for yourself. We got to come together and do for each other. Okay, but first you got to start home. You got to start right there. What are you doing with your children? What are you doing with your immediate family? How come you the only one that's thinking the same that we all are right now in this panel or in this chat, as an example, generally speaking? At the same time, everybody has to be on the same page. If they not, you got to move on. And it's going to be some family members that you might have to turn your back on. It's going to have to be like that. They say blood thicker than water. Well, how thick is the blood in you? Like you really got to think about what you got to do that's going to expand our people as a whole. But at first, you got to start small, and home got to be first. How many people do you know in your family members? That were your family members, that could be your ancestors now, were farmers. That's very important because I could guarantee that 90% of you are not doing nothing on the farm right now. So that means that agricultural perspective that you had up under your belt, meaning that you could have did a lot more than what you're doing right now, begging for some white man for some job. See, you could be doing a lot more for your people right now, but they took the land from you, see, and also took the trade from you, see, and then also took what you knew, which was sharecropping, land owning, and they was tenant farming. Like I told you before, those were the squatters. Our ancestors taught them everything that they know. So this is bigger than some payment that they ain't gonna give to you. They told you that multiple times. They are not going to hold up these legislations that they already put in place that benefited our people. Why? Because you got politicians in there with their own agenda. And the majority of them are puppets. And those that's controlling them ain't from here. And I'm not going to bring this back up because we talked about this before. But like I said, I'm behind the scenes getting it done. If you with me, contact me behind the scenes. Like, don't, like, for real. Like, seriously. Like, if you really about this, like, you really about this. Like, yes, it's going to take money. Yes, I'm going to tell you right now, yes, it's going to take money. It take money from them, anybody. It take money for you to travel. It costs money for me to travel. So it shouldn't be a problem with putting money towards a good thing. I'm going to tell you that right now. It shouldn't be. But see how they trying to make you despise your own people? You could pick an example of how we shouldn't be donating or helping somebody else out because they probably scamming in the long run. Those people got it. They making the real people look bad. And we out here in the field. And that's not fair. This is the reason why I don't discriminate against any religious belief, because it's not about your personal perspective. It's not. It's not about you personally. It's about keep your spirituality. We could touch on that later. Yeah, religion had big ordeal in this whole thing, but we'll talk about that later. Let's get to the results. We know what the problems are. You don't know what the problems are? That's the reason why we have to track where all that information came from that they said that was our history and the history that we were told. Trace it back to the evidence that they try to present to you. Because then you're going to notice how, yes, you were changed from Indian to Negro or colored simultaneously at that same time. Then you're going to notice that they talk about the same people the entire time. And then you're going to find out how the lands ain't being owned by your family members. I'm talking about how many acres of land can you imagine that wasn't even theirs? As a matter of fact, they didn't even have the West Coast. I'm talking about the 13 colonies ain't have a drop of the West Coast. According to their records, they considered that abandoned lands because they never visited. See, the southeastern region was the crop areas, and especially the South. That's why the North was jealous. They wasn't getting the money like how the Southerners were. That's the reason why Civil War came out. They got mad. They saw the Southern white and blacks prospering because they had the crops. They wanted in on that ordeal, so they started taking the land. Who's in the North? New England, New Netherlands, 13 colonies. Who was at the top? You can trace it back. Come on, guys. This ain't, see, these Pan-Africans, and they want to put us in groups, and Hebrew Israelites and Moors and all the rest of this. We all the same people. Stop playing. We all came from here. We did not come from Africa. That's on record. Stop saying our ancestors in Africa, because Africa ain't coming for you. If that was the case, they would be out here like, yeah, there are people. You go to Africa, they say, what's African American? They look at you like you stupid. They don't know what African American is. But they call you American. Come on, stop playing. This ain't nothing against Africa, but this ain't got nothing to do with Africa. On top of that, stop talking about Africa, talk about America. Stop digging up graves in Africa. I dare you to dig up graves in America, especially this side. I dare you. You ain't gonna do it. Then everybody gonna start looking like us. Then the whole rack of questions got to be answered. That's why you want to keep building all you. Listen, y'all, I ain't going to go too far. I can't go too far because now I know they listening to me. If you see a spike in your views, I didn't tell nobody I was coming on here. They just watching. Look who the company is. So I got to be real careful because I don't have an army. You see what I'm saying? I'm waiting for my other people. I'm waiting for my people to come up. And it's only going to take 13% of us. We don't need all of us. 13% is enough. We could, yes. You want some change for real? Get off of all these electronics and meet up. And we ain't talking about creating an army, going to some range, buying some guns. You got to know what happened. And you got to prove it because these white folks sitting back acting dumb when they know the truth. They want to see how much you know. The more of us that know more, okay, about what happened, oh my God, what the hell can they do?
That's a fact.
Super fact.
That's why I said forget a war. I'm telling you, it's either they're going to get down or they're going to lay down.
Facts. Can we get a hashtag? Can we get that hashtag in the goddamn chat, please? Can we get that hashtag? Get down or lay down. Hashtag that shit right now. If y'all with it.
I like that.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man.
War. That's what I'm talking about.
Dane is riled up tonight. What's up, bro?
That's what's up. It's Friday. You know what
I've been doing this every day.
It's Friday, huh?
I know if I get caught slipping, they getting rid of me.
That's a fact.
So
You know
I'm making
what?
sure
You know
that
what?
all information I gathered gonna get flooded and they ain't gonna catch up.
But you know what I say, Dane,
I
to
can tell
that?
you that right now. That's why I'm upset. But at the same time, I would not. I'm sorry for cutting you off, brother. That happens every day. Every day. Yes, that's why I don't have my subscribers displayed. Because I know as soon as I let that go, they're gonna flow through the. I'm talking about what? What? This whole time you got how many? They gonna jump. And no, I know what happened. I'm being smart. I'm being real smart about that. But at the same time, these people that we on right now, they know that's not private to them. You know, I mean, it's deeper than it's deep. That's why I said, nah, forget waiting. It has to get done now. We could talk all day long, but something has to get done. That's why I said, what's the point of a debate? What's the end result? Nothing changed. Since the 1950s and 1960s, you heard about pro-black, black power. Please tell me one thing, y'all, that amounted to our embetterment from those type of movements. I mean, even the civil rights movement, not just them, even the civil rights movement, so-called civil rights movement that they trying to throw on MLK, that wasn't him. MLK was for human rights. They making a misconception. Civil rights was the white folks getting your lands, taking it from you. And see, you don't see that. Ain't nobody, y'all didn't read that 13th, 14th Amendment. No, you didn't. If you did, you would have noticed that they never said black, Negro, Indian, no African American. Guess what they said? They said slave. That's the white folks. That's not you. That's not you. That's 3 civil rights acts. 3. Look them all up. And tell me anywhere where it said anything about your rights or your privileges. You ain't got none. You property. Calling yourself a foreigner. And this is the reason why I said an undocumented immigrant is what you calling yourself, because there's no documents historically. I mean, I'm talking about ever since 243 years of America's existence, where it states that African Americans or blacks got rights or privileges over here. That's very important. You literally are calling yourself dead.
Yeah, Dane, I appreciate you saying that, man. I appreciate you saying that because, man, be honest with you, man, I'm just sick of this paper rulership. You understand what I'm saying? This shit is crazy. Like, you have a group of people trying to rule the world off of some goddamn paper.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That is paper genocide. That's what it was.
But what I'm saying is how that paper affects us mentally.
Right. I agree.
And we buy into it mentally, and they beating us in
just like
our
the value
mind.
of a dollar.
Right. They beating us in our minds, and they beating us with some goddamn paper.
Yeah.
Like, what kind
Monopoly
of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is crazy, man. It's time for that shit to come to a goddamn halt.
The only way for it to come to a halt. I can't go that far. I can't. I really can't. I can't. I want to go that far. I'll go that far with you in the street, but not right here.
That's yeah.
Not right here.
I can respect that. I can respect that. But you know where
I know a few things that can get done, but we can't talk about that right here.
And that's what I said, like, and that's why I came on earlier. Like, certain shit we gotta understand and really put your big boy pants on to understand. still been PO.
Them millionaires that's in the entertainment and arts field, they not about change. They not about change. Because we could have had, I mean, I'm talking about one of those millionaires. We could have got a lot done with just one of them. With just one of them.
Facts.
Yeah, man, I had to learn that too, man. I had got in touch with a few people, man, and like you say, man, it's not really even about that. It's I don't know, man. I learned a lot though. I tell you that. And like you say, I'm learning it only take a few. It really do. A few in each area, man. That's all we need.
That's all.
It's I'm telling you, man, people got game. Put it like that, man. That's all I gotta say. It's a lot of game out here, man, when it comes to really standing up for your people. A lot of people already done gave up for the dough or just
they sold out.
Yeah, and you'll be like, man, I'm seeing a lot, put it like that, and it's humbling me. But at the same time, it's kind of making me numb, and I don't like that because I'm numb enough, and I'm trying to really keep myself attached here as much as possible so I can care to do, what I supposed to do.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
coming
Like,
to a point where you was like, forget it.
Yeah.
You almost felt like, no, I told, you know what, brother? I could respect, Jag, I could respect that. I could fully respect that because I was right there too.
Word,
multiple
man.
times I wanted to give it all up. Like, no, my people not listening. And I'm talking about with people already doing things right in front of my face.
Right.
And I was like, it's not enough. Because I was thinking, nah, that's not enough people. But then I had to come to a realization, like, wait a minute, actually, that's enough. The more the better. But that is enough because you have to start.
You gotta start
somewhere.
And that's it. That's it.
That's right. The strong always lead the weak, man. But we've been letting the weak and the imbeciles. Shout out to Coda Key Bay. The imbeciles lead us. You know what I'm saying? We talking about these fake ass leaders they've been putting up in front of us. Are you serious?
And a lot of them got some dough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the thing. They got the money.
A lot of them got the money, man.
And ain't nothing changed. Like, how the hell you got money and ain't nothing changed?
It's sick, man. I'm really like, I don't.
All that crap they buy. I mean, that's the thing. The black power and it's the reason why when I go back home and I talk to the youngins in DC, I tell them, I said, listen, you don't own that corner store. You don't own this block. Just the corner store. I ain't even gonna get into nothing else. And that's all I got to say. Like, I mean, you don't own that block. You don't own that corner store. That's Koreans right there.
Right. Or should you say they haven't taken ownership of?
That's the whole point.
That's
my point, though. Yeah, I mean, of course, I mean, if you was there, you would have stepped in and probably schooled them. I would have just gave them a sprinkle. Because, I mean, them youngins in DC smart. They just need direction.
You say you would have gave them what? Just a little sprinkle down?
Just a little sprinkle. Because that would give them something to think about. Like, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm not. Matter of fact, ain't no black owners right here on this block.
Right. See, when I was coming up in DC, they were black owners. You know what I'm saying?
And they sold it to who?
They owned all the liquor stores. They owned all the goddamn corner stores. You know what I'm saying? And businesses like that. But and
they sold out.
Well, see, the thing is that there was no.
Hey man, shout out to everybody that's in the building. If y'all haven't had a chance to check this out, this is a classic live stream. It is no longer. I mean, it's not up on the channel for public view, but it will be put back up. But this is a straight classic. This is probably about, like I said, 6 years ago. You see what I'm saying? Just a Freestyle Friday bill. You know what I mean? That's how them bills used to turn out. But we're gonna continue to let it rock out for those that's coming in. Grand Rising for those in the morning. I'm just giving this video just to give y'all, and this is gonna lead into my conversation as we open up the panel here in a second. So salute to everybody that's in the building. Grand Rising, happy wake and bake. Hopefully y'all enjoying y'all morning, y'all Grand Rising. You know what I'm saying? Get it together. Wipe the crust out your eyes, fix that breakfast. You know what I mean? Go take your little morning doodles. You know what I mean? Get it together, family. Shout out to the family.
Conscious effort going on in those days. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta disagree. I got to. Because
don't forget to support that channel, man. Don't forget to hit that cash out.
And then they were calling it a Great Depression at the same time.
Libra. I'll go out on a whim and say this. You know, like my family grew up in South Georgia. Now, from DC all the way down the eastern seaboard going into Florida, you had people that were actually prospering, but it was because of the laws, the ordinances, and all of these things in between was cutting them off from passing on, you know, their profits to the next generation. Because I grew up with old heads always talking about making the dollar circulate. I don't hear nobody talking about circulations of dollars anymore. It's all about spending. But it was prosperous at one point.
I'm gonna tell you another thing just to add this, and this is another thing that I'm going to put out in the one that's coming, the documentary that's coming. The Federal Land Bank is the one that was attacking our ancestors during that time period. 1960s all the way to the 1980s.
They did that to my family, Dane, and my father just got my auntie's land back. My great aunt Ida Foster,
and it's
literally
a fight.
It's
a fight.
He got her land back.
When you could get your land, I'm telling people that you could get the lands back. You can get the lands back. I could go on record to tell you that. I did it myself for my grandfather. That's on record. But you can get it back, but you got to know who you're fighting. I'm about to put out the big beneficiary very soon.
So people like in our families, you know, a lot of us have family members have lost land based on taxes, right?
That's right.
Land been paid for, right?
Right.
So
poll taxes going back.
So we get so what you guys are saying is that there's a way to go back, search that, and get that land back.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Because they did it fraudulently. See, when I break down the farm credit system, that's what it's called. When I break that down, everybody gonna be like, they're gonna shake their head first. It's gonna upset them. And when I break down what they did and what their rules and regulations were, I'm talking about top, bottom, and I'm gonna give you all the resources you need. Watch. This is over 2 hours long. I'm about to break it down now. I'm gonna break it down in sections so it could catch up. This is very important. This is very important. When you want to talk about reparations, stop right there. Stop right there. Go right here. And this not even a scratch of the surface. For real, for real. Here go one part. Now, this is as early as the 1960s, 1980s, 2001, 2005, 2008. I'm gonna show y'all that, and then we gonna come backwards, and I'm gonna tell you where it came from.
Hey, okay? Dane, let me squeeze this in. I'm glad you said that because my father was born 1946, and he can recall a time in South Georgia going from one city to the next. It was nothing but black people that owned that land, and they were all farming. It's crazy because when I go back home, nobody owns that land. You have neighborhood after neighborhood, and like I was telling AP in a call previously, they also put paint around trees to show in unincorporated territory who are the owners of that land, because nobody has claimed it. People were squatting on it. Now it belongs to these people because of the laws and everything that was going on. I mean, it's ridiculous when
probably
you get into the militia district.
The farm credit system.
Yeah,
the farm credit bank probably handed it to him for $25 just for paying for the application fee.
And this
And
is
they
in
got that
Georgia.
for free.
Yeah,
Huh?
this is in, I said this is in Georgia, like the militia districts, and
They handle all of the United States.
right.
The people I'm talking about, this go through the United States, period. Dealing with any rural property, farms, forestry, timber, parks, recreational services, they do it all.
And they created an oligopoly off of it.
They created a monopoly off of it because it's all dealing with banks.
And then the seas became the oligopolies.
This is who we got to fight. And you got to be a business to fight a business. Right now, you property. Up under a social security number, that's your bond number. You see my catch? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, y'all, this is, we don't got to sign no paperwork and send it back. Get your social out of their trust. I'm telling you what to do. I already did it. Multiple people did. Why you think Trump ain't paying taxes? Uh-oh. He a business. Everything, his name a business. My name a business.
Hit him with it.
The government is a business. You got to see who you're dealing with. I'm not telling you that you got to be like them, but guess who they got it from? Guess where they got it from? They got it from your ancestors. They ain't had none of this. This is all brand new thanks to Woodrow Wilson. Matter of fact, I'll give you a hint. With Woodrow Wilson, the Currency Act. Look at the Currency Act. That's all I'm going to say. New era. That's the new era right there. Currency Act. This is the system you in right now. All Federal Reserve. This is the system you in right now. All foreigners on top of that. And they don't care.
All acts.
They don't care. Democrat or Republican, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's who you up against. You should have an EIN number, not a social security number, when you're dealing with them. Business to business. The IRS is who? When did they get established? Wait a minute. Why are people paying taxes?
Facts.
Write those questions down and go answer them.
And then they call it internal. Internal revenue.
That's what it is. Because internally, you handle your taxes right back to your employer, not the IRS. They double dipping you.
And they still do it to this day, Dane.
Yeah, to this day.
Even on the government side, contract work, it don't matter what you do.
It's worse if you work for the government.
Exactly.
It's worse. It's way worse if you work for the government.
Matter of fact, Dane, I'll give you an example real quick. You could work for the government. Say you had a degree in whatever. You got a job with the government, right? Now, because you had a degree, you already benefit more from a person who doesn't have a degree, but you might not have the experience. But at the same time, they could see you have a certain skill set, right? So because of your skill set, they could give you X, Y, and Z, and that adds on to the price. So what they're going to do in return, the government is going to pay this company at least double or half, triple the price for them to hire this person, so that private company can get paid off of that double dip that you're talking about, while still paying the person who is working. And at some point in time is going to feel the burden, like, man, it feels like I'm burned out.
That's correct.
I'm burned out. And they don't know why they burned out is because mentally they don't realize they've been working 2-3 jobs.
They were working longer. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Now look, I'm glad you know that.
They're making up hours.
They're making, all right, now look, and look, and it's worse for people of color. Let me tell you what else they did to tackle. You're absolutely correct. For people of color, this is how they make it do. I mean, okay, say for instance, you did have that degree and your salary was supposed to be $80,000. Do you know after taxes, you ain't make $80,000?
Exactly.
You made how much that person that was up under you made? 40 to 50,000. You always still right there. That's when you work for the government.
Yep.
Okay.
Your property, and people don't realize how property works.
They
All
not
the
gonna
way
let you
down
jump
to
over a certain number. They take
all
it
the way,
right back to
yep,
taxes.
all the way down to working at McDonald's, working at a gas station, and you wondering why you're making $17,000 a year. It's because people don't understand how the monopoly works. That's why I was saying, whenever we're working and fighting to get our land back, let them keep their promissory notes. Let them keep that monopoly money. Just give us the land. Let us work and do what we used to do.
It's not
Because
even that. We shouldn't even be begging them for anything because, see, right now we got the power. The whole thing about slavery is that, yes, that was employment. That's still happening right now.
Right.
So to shut this whole system down, take the funds away. What's the funds? Since they didn't use paper money, okay, all that money was unforeseen, which was invincible, which was credit. So since it was credit, take it back from them, which is what? Their asset, which is what? Your value. Look at the play. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's credit debit. Listen, y'all, I hope y'all catch that. You take it back from them and stop working. And stop working for them.
Exactly.
Game over. That's it.
Getting people to understand it, I don't know why we can't.
I showed them what they did in South America. They did the same thing in, South Africa. They did the same thing in South Africa. They stopped working for them white folks. The white Africana party was pissed. They couldn't fund nothing. They couldn't keep the farms up. That kicked them out. That kicked them out. The union won because the union kept the trade for their benefit. Otherwise, they wouldn't have won because the army went with the Confederate. So they let them win. That was the trick. That was the trick. That was to make it seem as if they was against each other when they weren't. They were for each other. Okay? Just like they lied about the Revolutionary War. The banks funded both sides. People not catching it because I don't know if they either not reading or they're not trying to. That has to be on Google somewhere. That I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm just assuming that it's on Google somewhere. It got to be. There's no way that they can hide that big of a hole that deep. That's right in front of you. That has to be right in front of you. You still property. When they came out with the birth certificates, when they come out with social security numbers, look this stuff up and find out why the United States dropped the A and now they just the United States because the people that own it ain't from America. I said that before. I don't know why people ain't catch that. They been took that A off.
And they keep showing little segments of the flag dropping and splitting up and falling off poles and shit. Well, it's I know it don't really mean much to a lot of people, but we gotta understand, if you really gonna represent a land, how you run out on a football field and the whole flag split. I mean, come on, man. We gotta think about what's going on. Like Dan just said, they took the A off. We the real red, white, and blue around here, man. Don't let them people fool you. Even with the Confederate flag for the South, that's our shit, man.
Yeah, the X, the star. You see that? You see that with the power twine dealing with the summer soldiers. You see it on the Virginia Indians on their back. You see it on the people in Brazil. That X star.
It's trying to get thorough, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't hard. I'm just at a time now where, like I say, it's really about getting more personal and really putting some work in, man. I mean,
I got a question, brother. I got a question. Let me know what y'all think about this. How many of our people that's living in these cities can survive without water, power, and access to grocery stores?
Nobody.
At least 90%.
It would be it would be a pandemic.
Right.
It would literally be a pandemic because they rely on the government for all their needs. And if they were shut off from it and they had to rely on doing things themselves, they wouldn't know how to operate or what to do.
This is why we have problems dealing with our people. This is it. Because they have no other means of survival, right? And as long as that's the case, then that's why we're going to have a problem. You understand that?
I definitely understand you, Libra. Oh, go ahead, Chief.
Well, when we look at Flint, right? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if anybody has looked into it, recently or whatever.
Perfect example.
Still not fixed. You know what I'm saying? And a country. Now think about this. Shouldn't they fix the water and stuff and find money for that as opposed to trying to build a wall? You understand what I'm saying? That people don't even really. That's funny. But y'all understand my point? It's like, why are they trying to displace the Aborigines in Flint? Is the question. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we're not asking deep enough questions. And then, hey, if we have issues, right, of water, power, certain things, then we need to handle that. Those are problems that have solutions to them. We need to handle that. Those things we need to start moving in those directions. How do we get that? You understand what I'm saying?
And
how
see,
do we control the water?
Right.
I'm saying too much. Y'all. But y'all understand what I'm saying. So,
right, but see, that's
how do we become the water company? How do we get the keys to that? That's what I want to know. What's that, brother?
Lito. This is Creek.
What up, Creek?
Yeah, go ahead, Creek.
All right, peace. Hey, I just want to chime in on something y'all was saying. Our people would eventually figure it out. If they cut us the lights off or whatever was happening, we would eventually just figure it out. The problem is they like to create a wedge between everything we do. See, if they wasn't meddling with everything that we was doing, we'd already figure out, just like we figured out we was Aboriginal.
Talk to him.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. If they
we don't have to look at everybody as a unit to move as a unit. We just need a few people to figure it out, and then the rest of the people is going to follow what everybody else do, because that's what we got. We do have a long generation of people, but they just need a few people to lead. That's it.
Interesting. So we should definitely be preparing for that then, right?
Yeah, I mean, we doing that now. Eventually, we're going to get to where we're going. It's already been written. We're going to get to what we need to get to. You know what I'm saying? It's just how long and trying to go against the procrastination and dragging things out to give them enough time to stall us off till we miss the point and then have to redo a whole nother 200 something years. You know what I mean? Because eventually these people and us on this panel, we got the next, 50 years to 70 years or plus. And then when we gone, then the next generation comes in. Now we have to set up a foundation so that they can take over that and then continue that once we drop the seed. You see what I'm saying? And it won't matter what they do, because you already got sports commentators already now talking about Halito and, Aboriginal. They listening to us.
Right.
It's starting to get into the trend.
Right.
Because people are getting tired of the racism, man. That's just what it is. White people getting tired of racism. Everybody getting tired. White people themselves are getting tired of themselves. You know what I'm saying? And it just can't continue to go on the same narrative. It just can't continue. It's got to change. So it's really our time. It's just it's just a matter of how we're going to do it, and and when.
Well, here's the thing. That the purpose for me asking that question is because it's about we gotta look at not putting a cart before the horse, right? So if we know ultimately, the response that we would get, you know what I'm saying, for whatever actions we take, we need to know how to survive, right? And that is that's not only just a physical thing, it's a mental thing. So if we don't have this question in the hearts and mind of our people, they're not going to give it a second thought. You know what I'm saying? So even if you're presenting information, presenting knowledge and all that kind of stuff, that's all well and fine. But at the end of the day, their basic biggest question will be, how do I survive? You know what I'm saying? And instead of, waiting until something happens to figure it out, we should be figuring that shit out now, and we should be taking steps in a certain direction to secure that. That was my purpose for asking that question.
No, you're absolutely right. We do got to learn how to secure and be self-efficient and self-sustainable, and that's different angles that we approach, which is hunting, farming, gardening, the study of ecology. So, it's a lot of things that's gonna go into really touching full potential. The first basis of science came from observation, and what they was observing was
Hey, your mic muffling.
what's nature.
Yo,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's muffling or something, man. Like you resting.
Go ahead.
You good?
Yeah, it's whistling. AP. It's like white noise, static.
So okay, so let me ask y'all a question, right? So leave it on something, me, like when I hear things like that, right? We talk about the food deserts and we talking about water, right? Is it against the law for us to get into water? Our own water purification, our own, like if you had your own subdivision or something, right? You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you be on your own well, and wouldn't you be doing your own thing with your water, right? So it's not against the law to build infrastructure, to build things for your own self, man. To get solar, we got wind, we got a lot of different things that we should be taking advantage of. So so I think Libra said procrastination. It's procrastination. It's being comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's being scary. You know what I mean? Like nobody's stopping us from building, man. Like so, I think we gotta start focusing more on us. You know what I mean? And we have the resources within our own selves. Why are we not putting it together? These are the questions. Like nobody outside of our community is controlling us to stop us. We are. Why?
We had the
Fuck
resources.
all everything else we know. What about the psychology of our people? When are we going to change that? I need to know that.
We're doing it right now, Chief.
Peace to the panel. Peace to the panel.
J Freeway.
Peace.
And I'm definitely not speaking to the chat room, man, or the panel. Y'all know what I'm saying, man. Hopefully these vibrations are getting out there. This shit is serious, right? Like we go back and forth with these clowns over here. That's to get the ones that are on the fence or the ones that need to hear the information. You understand what I'm saying? That's for them. But for us, like, there's no excuse.
Right.
Like this is serious. Like it's time to build our own shit, our own infrastructure, our own platforms, our own organizations, our own political party. How about that?
And that's what I was saying from our people. What the people got to understand when we be saying that, we got to understand that we saying we have to strengthen our government because we already got a government. We just have to fill them spaces. Once we do that, the infrastructure will be there to protect the people for those who are on the fence. So when they go to do things, collecting water or growing certain things, wherever they may be, see, because they play those municipal games and stuff with this codes and statutes and stuff, and a lot of our people they do get trapped in it, but they will get trapped in it, and then it'll discourage them. But if we have that infrastructure set up to protect them, And not only just you can't, and see that's the thing too, you can't wait for somebody to protect you too, because you have to be solid on what you know as far as being an Indian. That's all. That's the other part about it. It's one thing to know it, but demonstrating is the next level. So we will have to demonstrate as individuals, and there are other people that's further along as far as this journey, but definitely it's an individual walk. And I know we have family members that we can't even get a ear to, you know what I'm saying, a word into them. But the point is, we got to keep moving, because eventually, you know, once you move in and they see you rocking, they ain't gonna have no choice but to follow, because that you just automatically be a leader at that point. So that's
Right.
why it's important to understand that having a we want to push towards, when we say build our own stuff, create our own infrastructure, that governmental aspect has to be to the forefront, because that will be our protection. That's the foundation.
From what
Right,
I
but
feel,
it's already an infrastructure here. It's
hey,
already a foundation.
Yeah, no, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
saying. It is
no, no,
there,
no,
but
Chief,
I'm
no, no.
saying as
Now,
far as
now,
people being
I was gonna
aware,
say, no, go ahead.
I was just saying is the people that don't know, them being aware, they don't even know that it's another side. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
and
No,
they
I'm feeling all that, right? But I'm like, yo, listen, y'all. This is our country. Everything, this is the land of milk and honey. It's already here. How do we get it? And yeah, if y'all wouldn't believe where I'm at right now. Y'all would be like, this nigga talking. I talk like this wherever I'm at. You understand what I'm saying? This is what it is. If you're gonna speak the truth, everybody loves the truth, right? So we Americans. Let's just be Americans. Let's work with what we already have built. People like, yo, like this shit is crazy. They be like, I was just seeing somebody say some dumb shit like, you know, the slaves built the White House, right? And I'm like, really?
Nah,
Slaves built the White House? Well, that was the second one. Who built the first one? If we built the second one, who built the first one?
well,
Who
you know
built
they're
this
not gonna
country?
go. You know they're not
Who
gonna go
named
the
these
extra mile
cities?
with that.
What you say, brother?
I said, you know,
There you
they
go.
want not gonna go the extra mile. You got people like Jabari and all them, man. Listening to them yesterday, man, they was blocking, man. They couldn't even handle it.
Say that again, brother.
I said they couldn't handle the information that you and Ab TV put out yesterday. Sarnetta had to come in and block that.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's his job. You know what I'm saying? To ask dumbass questions that he can't answer. And if no matter what I would have said, he don't know the answer to the question that he's asking.
But
But when was
that's
man
what
here
I'm
first?
saying.
Well, guess what? We ain't never been here. We always been here, bro. That's what we telling you. You don't got a goddamn date in Africa, because if you going with Lucy, well, where are your 10,000 BC anatomically correct skeletons? Find me one in Africa, period, but West Africa. Can you give me a tomb? Can you give me some mummies? Can you give me anything that you got in West Africa, Jabari? So
Right.
you
But
niggas
it
be
ain't even
talking, bro. I know more
about
about
that.
Africa than these niggas.
It's every time it never failed when anybody get on that panel and we start talking about Aboriginals here in America standing up and moving forward, that question come in. Some silly ass questions, it never fail.
Well, they're gonna get it the hard way. But I here's the thing, right? Me and Jabari going back and forth on the word Africa, right? He's mad about Africa, right? I ask him, do you know where Africa comes from? Well, nobody knows where Africa comes from. Well, I know where Africa comes from, motherfucker. Africa is Latin. Latin comes from America. Shout out to Todd Street Bay. Shout out to Root Word. Y'all follow me? So all that extra shit niggas is talking now, this has to change your whole mentality, your whole research, right? Because you looking at it like, oh, the Moors came from Mauritania. No.
Facts.
Moors is just that's a term. We've been America first. America's grandmother. Okay? America is grandmother. We have more. Grand means more. Mucho grande, motherfucker.
And that's a quote from
So
Dr.
y'all gonna tell
Imhotep,
them
by the
time,
way.
dates, and everything or whatever, right? When you go to time and dates, we got bones. We got tens of thousands of anatomically correct skeletons. Y'all have zero. You got Z. How the fuck are you talking with zero, motherfucker? Y'all have no science to back up nothing. You got the African that turned into roots. And this nigga Jabari, I couldn't even get to him because Sinetta was blocking. I was trying to maul his ass. Nigga, you talked about roots and Huck Finn as a motherfucking as a reference, nigga. You fucking with the right one, nigga. That nigga got straight A's in African American studies, nigga. That's CIA. Shout out to Wesley Muhammad. You niggas suck. Y'all suck. Niggas suck. He don't know where Africa come from. But Africa don't come from the continent of so-called Africa. He knows that for a fact. Qatar, not afar. So when y'all say all this dumb shit y'all say out your mouth, man, do some real fucking research, bro. Stop telling us dumb shit, telling us time periods from right now today and giving us words. You writing words back in 2000, what years ago or 500 years ago that wasn't there. Well, they said African American in a book. So a book is your primary source, right? A book.
Well, it's like that movie that just came out, Chief. It's like the movie Us that just came out, metaphorically speaking. It's a group of people that's getting attacked by people that look like them. Okay? And in the movie, it comes to a point where they was like, who are you? And the people said, we are the Americans. Okay? So what you're looking at is an attack from your same people. You see what I'm saying? They just lost, man. These people are lost. And we ain't got no time for that nonsense. These niggas know roots for some bullshit. This is what feeds their ego. This shit. They go home and sleep like a baby because they wore out trying to trick and manipulate people to think that they African.
And that's their hamster wheel, is to keep you enslaved and to pretty much do just that. And I'm glad everybody is starting to figure out what the hell is going on. They've been doing that for the longest. Their hamster wheel is to keep you enslaved, man. Keep you thinking X, Y, and Z. You do your genealogy, like what Nagi said. Genealogy is key. Everybody has been saying that for the longest. But all of a sudden, you got all these people. Half of these cats in New York don't even know who their fathers are because they blame it on the crack epidemic. But then when you come down south and then you start doing your genealogy, you realize your family was a rolling stone that's way beyond what was going on during a crack epidemic or what you thought was going on during the expansion. If I was to explain to you what I found in my family, most people look at me and be like, nah, ain't no way. You got to really dig deep and understand where you come from and know that you're not going to leave a stone unturned when it comes to the information, the etymology of words, history, anything that you're researching, man. Just keep that in mind. These people want to keep you enslaved for a reason. It's a reason why they run that hamster wheel daily. Don't let it distract you. That's all I gotta say.
And not only that, though, Lil Yos, they want to keep you dependent. See, that's the key to their power. That's the key to their real power, keeping you dependent. Because if they take something away from you,
100,
then you're going to conform. This is their source of power, dependency.
Think about what he just said.
Tribe. I don't say gang no more. You know I'm from the hood side.
Go ahead, Hawk.
Yeah, we feel you, OG Hawk.
Man, I was talking this whole time on mute.
Go ahead, Dame. Speak.
You don't understand. I was talking this whole time on mute. All right, but no. I mean, damn, I missed a lot because I was tacking on to what the brothers was saying, but it's a very good information. That's a very good information. You know, yeah. I mean, they telling you that it is the 13 families. You know, they want to say 12. It's 13. It's 13. I'm not gonna say too much. They acting the fool right now, though, because they nervous. They nervous. Now we see that it was not only just banks. We see it's insurance companies, investment companies, cotton companies, oil companies, motor companies. We seeing them all now. Henderson and Snyder Company. We y'all time. Look, yeah. I can't wait. I'm so glad it's happening. You know what I mean? But I'm like I said, you know, I'm gonna just come right back to positivity with it because it pisses me off. It pisses me off, but it's happening. It's happening. People finding out now. And the more they find out, like, wait a minute, man, wait. My ancestors had land right here and they got the proof. Oh, yeah. That's all you need.
So that means you still got it. Open your eyes up. Wake up.
That's still your land. Y'all can start farming, right? Farms ain't nothing but plantations.
They don't hear you.
And they moved you to a reserved spot in a reserved area to keep you up under their control. Reservations. They reserved that area for you. You got to see what they did. What you mean they did it to some Mongolians? What are you talking about? They did it to you. These people they showing you that's Indians right now, like they ain't go through that.
Right, the first reservations was on the East Coast.
Cause they ain't have none of the West. You gotta understand, they ain't have none of the West. They just started moving people west right when they started doing the Indian Removal Act. Before the Indian Removal Act came in 1830, they was already moving people as much as they could.
Bringing a man by the boatload, Ellis Island.
They just, I don't know why people just basing it off of that one recording. There's multiple recordings. Before 1830, they were doing that. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, we built America, and I'm talking about America was always ours and will forever be ours. It will forever be ours. It's just that our people are, slowly but gradually waking up and knowing the truth now about what really happened. And it's going to resolve a lot of issues. That's why I don't look at the internet a lot. I'm sick and tired of seeing one of my brothers and sisters getting killed for no reason. I get so angry when I see something so stupid. And then what really pisses me off is that it be my own people that sit back and rather record versus doing something.
Talk to them.
That's why I don't like looking at that stuff. Like when people send me that, they got to send it to me through my DM.
True.
That's the only I'm not about to be searching for that. At the because I see it's been happening before people started recording. What you mean? What about them? But yet, as soon as some travesty happened in a different country, all praises to, come on, stop. And you praising that other country.
Talk to
And you ain't doing that for your own people right here. For right here, it was just a few of y'all, like justice for Trayvon, for example. Like you only did it for a few people. I'm talking about it's endless amounts of our people dying. Dying. But yet, a couple thousand got killed, a car bomb, for example, somewhere in the UK. And everybody crying on Twitter and, my condolences. Are you kidding me? This happening here. Why?
You know what that's about. You know what I'm
Our
saying?
people are dying.
It's because they can get away with it because they don't face any consequences. That's it.
Like, I mean, come on, man. Look at the military's duty. And these people ain't do nothing to the United States, but they always got their nose in something, and they're sending their troops over when nobody want to settle for their rules that they try to come up with. And then they turn it around and put it on the news and show you how these people don't like you, and oh, they so bad and dangerous and terrorists. When none of that shit true. Whole time, the reality is they wanted that federal bank. That's what that was. Of that particular area. That's why they mad at that boy from Korea right now. That's why, I mean, I'm talking about beyond Trump. It's not even Trump. It's the people that control this government that's upset. They want that bank. And he ain't handing it to them.
Them advisors being Trump is.
Yeah, I ain't gonna go too far. I'm trying to sugarcoat it now. I ain't gonna go too far because that's like, I mean, I'm telling them, but you know, y'all gotta read in between the lines. that's like that's been happening. Cuba, look who they had to wait for, okay, to die in order to get to that bank. Because that person wasn't having it. Look at all the places that person wasn't having it. Okay, and they ended up getting rid of him some type of way. Gaddafi, Bin Laden. We keep going down the list. That's been happening for a while, since the Bush was in office. And you know what his plan was. He told you that out his mouth. And that's still recorded. You can find that on YouTube. That came out his mouth. World domination. You kidding me? Oh, so that's when the UN came in? So what's the UN? Whoa, what's the UN? New World Order, huh? I mean, we see who controlling it. And it's all foreigners. Oh, it's headquartered in the United. You got foreigners controlling this land. They doing what they want to do. Now it's time for that to stop. Now it's time. They don't even got control over their own army. I keep saying this multiple times. The army went with the Confederate. They ain't had control over their own army. And the president supposed to be the commander-in-chief for the Army and the Navy. That's a quote. Until they changed it to the military. Militant men. Militia. They were changing it multiple times. Prior to all that, it was Army and Navy. That was their words. And they couldn't control it. Forget trying to control on the sea. You couldn't control on the land. So they were helping each other out. Like, y'all got to see the deal. They were scratching each other's backs. They were out to get you, not work for you. They tried to make it seem like they was working with you, and they took it from you. Paper genocide. They took everything from you. Your identity, everything. By paper. And like Libra said, how you letting a piece of paper govern your life? Right now, you got to get a piece of paper when you graduate from school to say how smart you are. You got to fill out a piece of paper to get a job, to get an ID.
Walker Plecker, that is finest. All of that stuff.
I can keep going down the list of how many times you need a piece of paper. But it's always something with a piece of paper. That's why the paper is dangerous. The money, the paper. They hand it to you, piece of paper. And they telling you how much value it hold. It don't hold nothing. It's all your perception.
Even a receipt, even the remedy is the paper.
That's that credit system that they learned. That's the credit system that they learned. This whole thing is dealing with credit. That's what this whole thing is about. They never used money. It was all promises. That's what credit is about. A promise. A loan, for example. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Same thing.
I don't think the people understand that the capital though. They running it.
That's my boy Jay Freeway, man. Rest in peace to my dog Jay Freeway, man. One of the goats, man. Rest in peace to my dog.
And not only that, we the only one that can make claim to the land. But you definitely can't do it as a Black and an African American. That's for sure.
Now they said money is power. Now, since money is invincible, what does that make power? Visible, meaning that you can see it. So that's you. You can see yourself. Can you see the value in yourself?
You bend the money.
Now
if y'all enjoying this build, I will continue to allow this to go. This is a pretty lengthy build. So if y'all want me to keep it going, y'all just drop a fire emoji in the chat. And let's get a few people to support the channel. We got the $5 challenge in effect. This is a classic build. I took it off the internet when I did it. And that was for particular reasons for what the earlier responses was in the video. But this is a classic. I'm gonna end up editing this video and putting it out. I think it ended up being almost 10,000 views at the time. And it was only up for like a few hours. So this was definitely a classic. So shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Let's continue this conversation. Support the channel, support the $5 challenge. Cash App information is in the chat. And give us a quick share, family.
Value in yourself? Can you see how much you're worth without putting a dollar amount on it? Because they can, because that's what they're doing. They didn't put a dollar amount on you, but they see how much you're worth because it's coming back to their banks and not yours.
They let it circulate so that they can get the power.
So that's why it's best that, right. It's best for us to have our own. Everything. Own everything.
So let me ask y'all a question though, right? So we know about Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? 1920s. We know about Rosewood, but there was hundreds of other cities, right? Around America. How?
Right.
Houseway.
Because it was always there.
So we don't have a long time from when we built Detroit, when we built Chicago, when we built LA, right? So we're not a long way from those cities being built all our back. So let's change our mindset. This is ours.
That's right.
What you're standing on is ours.
We can
act like it.
We can, Chief, because it's a new day. It's a new system. We understand there's a rise in cyber technology. We understand there's a rise in other opportunities to make money. So we can do exactly what you're saying. And we will do exactly what you're saying. It's up to us to realize that we have the capabilities. We just got to make sure we're reaching out to the right hands that's going to make sure we're doing what we're doing and other people are following in line. And what I mean by following in line is when you look at all of the cyber technology and implementations that's going on, you know, like say you're looking at a Thai data, or you're looking at YouTube, social media, and things of this nature.
Shout out to my boy Tennessee King for the Cash App donation, being the first person to support today's live stream. Shout out to Tennessee King, and also shout out to the brother King Hawk for also making the second contribution to today's channel. Man, we appreciate the support and the love. Shout out to King Hawk. Shout out to Tennessee King. Don't let them two be the only two brothers to support the channel. This is a class. Let's continue.
everything else, agricultural, when it comes to carpentry, like we
Shout out
have
to my sister Chickahominy Roots,
those.
also for supporting the channel.
We've always had those skill sets.
Shout out to my sister Chickahominy Roots. We appreciate that. Hey, Mr. Captain Crunch, we're bringing them back. I don't know if you've been seeing me try to make that effort, but we're slowly making back those productive days and those bills. We're bringing it back, man. No longer taking the conversation. If you can't add to it, we're not going to accept you on the panel.
Right. They engineer the culture. But see, that's the thing too. They engineer what they would call American.
You notice how everyone is building and no one is taking away from what nobody else has said. They're just fitting in what they can add into it in whatever gap and whatever part. I love these. These were the type of conversations that I brought to the table initially to this community. This is one of my bills from 8 years ago almost. You know what I'm saying? This is a classic. This is a young map put together.
Always knew it, and that's why the frequency, like everything, like-minded people are always coming in. Like we're always connecting with one another. We just have to put bygones to the side and build. That's the problem. People don't want to do that. You can always, do other things and make, additional avenues. But when it comes to the people, the generation, the younger generations, that's what I'm doing it for. Like, I kid you not, I want to do it for the younger generation.
Yeah, I mean, that's who it should be directed towards, because that's what they did it to. We can all recall us being inside of compulsory public educational institutions. That's including church.
That's facts.
All institutions. They created top of 1900s, thanks to Woodrow Wilson again. Now, they got to see that. They got to trace that back, trace it back. Even when you talk about the out of Africa theory, that wasn't made up that long ago. You can find out who did it. The out of Africa theory, and everybody gravitating towards it. Like right now, they could be a little older in age, really, because I don't see a lot of youngins gravitating towards it. Unless they've been indoctrinated, in which this case it could be everybody. I hate to say it that way. That's unfortunate, but I still wanted to have a light to let you guys know that not everybody's subscribing to that. But if they were to find out who it was and trace it back, then yeah, that shakes up their reality. Okay, so now what you're saying is that not everybody came from Africa. The majority of the people were already here. That changes the game. And the way to confirm that, the evidence is in your genealogy paperwork. You want to prove that to yourself, not anybody else. You want to prove it to yourself first. And this is what I've been saying from the get-go, and people got upset with that. Certain people were saying I was turning my nose up to Africa. That's a lie. I didn't turn my nose up to Africa. I ain't got nothing against them. I don't have nothing against nobody. I'm just telling you what history was versus what they trying to tell you. And I'm telling you not to believe me and to go find out on your own. I made some heavy, strong statements that none of these little haters can debunk at all. They will never be able to debunk it. I don't care how many times they put up fraudulent information and I got nothing to do with the subject at hand. It doesn't matter. They could talk all day long, but they ain't never put up no evidence of how they African. Never. And a book ain't evidence. Wikipedia ain't evidence. You can't trust Wikipedia. Come on. You're reading Wikipedia, you click on one thing and try to trace where they got their source from. It's unavailable. And the majority of the sources that are available are newer articles. Articles. Or books. Who created that website? See, that's my thing. Like, it's a distraction. Because if you really want to do some real research, you got to come off of the internet. Yeah, the internet brings the world to you socially, but not physically. You need to physically get your hands on these records.
I think you need to say that again, Dane. I don't think they heard that.
Which one?
What the internet do.
It just brings everything to you socially. But you need to physically research, to physically have those records in front of you. You holding it in your hand.
Exactly.
You can't download a PDF and think that's going to work in a courtroom. Just like you can't download your results from a genealogy DNA test and think that's going to work in the courtroom. Mark my word. If it don't work in the courtroom, why should it work for you? Oh, just because you want to be attached to it? Or come on, like, I mean, so I got to show you some type of sympathy for what? You didn't prove anything. And neither did that little printout of your genealogy test results. You ain't read their terms and conditions.
I got a question, Dane. Maybe you can answer, or anybody can answer this question for me. When the U.S. government identifies you as Black or African American, what does that Black designation mean? What is a Black racial group?
It doesn't exist.
That's a fact, right? So when they say Black, any member of any Black racial group from Africa, what in the hell is that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Exactly.
It's not
right?
connecting.
Exactly. Yeah, I
because
always say a person, not a
well,
people,
not
a
only
person.
that though, the term Black is an invention of America, right? That was invented over here. So how can you be part of a Black racial group in Africa when Black was invented here?
You talking about the word with the letter K at the end? CK.
Yeah. When they call you Black, a Black racial group in Africa, there's no such thing as Black racial group in Africa because the term was invented here
recently. Mm-hmm.
Right. So how can that even be in existence? It's like
that's not historical.
Right. But not only that though, that's they definitely need to be held to task for that.
You talking about this government?
That's identity fraud.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you know how they're getting away with it? People writing it down on paper, checking off African American, checking off Black, gets even deeper, checking off U.S. citizen. Right. That's a problem too.
Exactly.
That's a big problem.
Right. Exactly.
But the thing is that, I mean, that should definitely be a case for identity fraud. Even if people checked it off or whatever, it shouldn't
I agree
because it's identity fraud.
Well, who you going?
Ones that perpetrated it.
Who gonna be the
Yeah, I was
defendant?
about to say who gonna try him for that?
Who you gonna take it to? Who you gonna take it up against?
I mean, they have to take your case if you file it in their system. They have.
But who are you going against?
Whoever put that term on the paperwork.
That's important. You see how important that is?
Right.
That's what the judges want. They want you to pinpoint who.
Well, if you're looking at your driver's license or identification, that's the DMV. If you're looking at your Social Security application, that would be the Social Security Administration. If you're looking at the census, that'd be the Census Bureau, and so on and so on. Whoever uses that identity on their paperwork will be subject to being liable for identity fraud.
That's including banks. That's including
every single entity that has.
And guess what these entities are? This is the catch. These entities are institutions that foreigners created. Here's the catch.
Right, I got that.
And with this being a British government, are you allowed to bring a foreigner to court in the U.S.? That's very important to a foreigner.
Oh, but the problem with the problem with that is that they're acting on their behalf.
And under whose jurisdiction?
It doesn't matter because
that does matter. Listen. That does matter because when you take them to court, whose jurisdiction are you taking them to? Keep in mind they separated and they gonna say 12 districts. It was 13.
Right.
They said 12 districts because they wasn't counting the District of Columbia. It's 13 districts.
Facts. Okay.
Now, who controls all 13? That's who you need to bring to court. Anything done within those districts, jurisdictions, same thing. Just like DC right now is not a state. And all the rest of those were that was up under the 13 districts, right? So if DC is not a state, then what is it? It's a territory. What's a territory? A district. Mark my word. Look how they hiding it. Right now, anybody that claims that they a U.S. citizen is a resident of the District of Columbia. Listen to me closely. In other words, you're not tied to a state. You stateless. The point is that you were born in a state and somebody else wrote the Constitution for you and claimed you as their property without you knowing. Listen to what I'm saying. Without you knowing, they did this behind your back and slapped you with as soon as you were born, hurried up and went to the hospital, say, let me get your information so I can slap a property number on you. And they leave. They lied to the mother and said, you got to do this. Should I go any further?
No, that's why it's important to stay away from the fiction.
But at the end of the day, then
shout out to my sister Bridget. My bad, y'all. Shout out to my sister Bridget in the Cash App donation. Appreciate that, Sister Bridget. We do appreciate that. Thank you, sister. Appreciate the support. Y'all keep it coming in. We do got the $5 challenge, and the fact we'd like to see each and every one of you guys support the channel and the challenge, man. All Aborigines support the movement.
So you saying that their court system is non-existent?
Their court system is fraudulent. Their court system should be non-existent. That's all foreign territory. I'm talking about as far as their jurisdiction that they made up. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's the reason why you shouldn't call yourself a U.S. citizen, because you tacking yourself to them up under their trust as their property. That's who they consider U.S. citizens, their property. That's up under their trust. Anybody could look that up right now. That's why you want to back yourself out of that system. The only way to do that is to become a business.
Okay, I get that. So if you become a business, then does that make you what? Does that make you a foreigner as well?
Peace, you will be a foreigner to them. To them, they're going to look at you as a foreign national. Originally to these lands, you're a national. You were already nationalized here. You were born here.
Right. So what I'm saying is, what is the remedy for identity theft?
You think they're gonna give you something?
I'm not asking them.
Oh, okay. Because no, I mean the only way you can be able to get something out of it is if we go to war with them, because they not giving up nothing, and that's what they said. They know what they did. They're not gonna give up nothing. Okay. They're not gonna give up nothing. Now, what we can do is hold the individual institutions responsible that are here, that are up under this jurisdiction. We can do that. Now that's something we can do.
This is my point. My point is that it's theater, right? It's theater. So on a social political level, this is why you would do something like that. You would do it just to put it in the public domain.
Now the point is that happened though, Libra. They did that before multiple times.
That's fine, but
even on camera, audio, everything.
Got to maintain that. We still have to maintain the fight over the social political landscape. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we're here.
Right. But what I'm saying is this is why you do things to get that across on a more broader political social landscape is what I'm talking about. That's the only real reason for it.
I agree. and I mean, this is the reason why we're trying to do what we're trying to do right now, because they are controlling the outlets where you can push it to millions of people. They are controlling them as they have control over all of it. Okay, and that's the reason why. Okay, like right now we can take them to court. That's not going to be on Channel 9 News right away.
They can't stop it all though, Dang.
No, I'm not saying that they can. I'm not saying that they can stop anything.
Right.
The point is that we don't need them at all to get anything done.
That's not the point. That's not the
right.
point.
And what he's saying, what he's saying is that, you know, when we do that, we suing them for our liberty. It ain't for no monetary gain and no stuff like that. We just straight up suing for our liberty. And as far as the positions they hold, once we chop them down out of them positions, then they have no power.
It's over with. They have no, because see, the power was stolen. The people that were in power, okay, made a deal with these people that weren't in power, and it was supposed to be for both of their benefits. And our people got the back end of that stick. That's the whole point. Now, we have proof of that. We have proof of that.
Got you.
The courts are saying that you got to know who to hold responsible.
I got
and those are all institutions. That's where the real research come in at. You got to find out who signed off on these contracts.
Right, and I got you on that. But what I'm expressing is that it's almost like this, right? When you present a certain piece of evidence, that opens the door for other pieces of evidence to come in, right?
Yeah.
From a social political aspect, putting it on a broad stage gets people's attention to pay attention. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's
it doesn't matter how successful you are at the suit. What matters is that you're bringing suit.
Right.
And people are going to be curious about who in the hell is doing this. Why are they doing this?
That's the problem. That's the problem. This is what I'm trying to state. They have been doing that. Like I have access to video and audio of them taking them to court to get the same thing done. Like I'm not playing. I could play some audio right now. I'm talking about always in the forefront. C-SPAN, Fox News, ABC. They've been on there, but these companies that own and control the media are not going to put it on blast in order for it to go viral. Why? Because they know already. They know already.
But nevertheless, you have to still do it, because even if
I'm not saying that should make us stop. I'm not saying that. It shouldn't make us stop. No, hell no. We're doing it now.
All it takes is one.
We're doing that now. That's the whole point.
Right.
That's they can try to hide all they want.
Right. That's all I'm saying, because when you make it a part of the national conversation, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I wish it would be.
It would be. Saying. That's the whole object of the game.
But of course, that's what they don't want.
Of course,
that's what they don't want. But I mean, like I said, if they want to make reparations the topic, now's the time, because it's deeper than reparations.
But the only thing I'm talking about is this, man. Once you do something, once you bring a suit, then it becomes public information.
That's correct.
So, I mean, it's different ways of looking at it. But if it's on the books, and if that is being, put across, and no matter how small the venue, you know what I'm saying? It's just a point of saying that this shit, people are really doing this shit. This shit is really happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, peace.
But hold on, but the thing with law too, though, we got to remember, everything that go to court ain't public. See, that's a fallacy for people to think that everything in court goes public. No, that's not true. That's just like with the Jesse dude. Now, all the stuff that's coming out, they not releasing all that stuff to the public. Only thing that they is saying is that they dropping the charges. But
hey, this is a sidebar from the conversation that we're having right now. Do y'all remember recently, within the last few weeks, Al Sharpton came out and said that he's been a federal informant for the last 30 years? Did y'all see that? And he released the documents and all that. He admitted to being a federal informant for the last 30 to 40 years. Did y'all see Al Sharpton come out and say that? That is insane.
That's correct. Why? Even all the way back to Malcolm.
And we was talking about Al Sharpton during this conversation being a fucking Fed.
Max case, you had to wait until you could file.
This was 6 years ago.
A suit in order to get the unclassified documents on his case. And out came the fact that we knew it wasn't James Earl Ray that killed him.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you file a suit, right? This your filing of a suit becomes public information if you actually file in a suit. It's not saying that, all the information from an investigation or whatever comes out or whatever. I'm just saying that just the point of you filing the suit becomes public information. You know what I'm saying? Where anybody can look it up.
Peace to the tribes. Peace.
Okay.
Peace,
I mean,
and when you do that, then that's going to be proof to people. When they look that up, they can say, "Damn, it was a suit file for that. It was a suit file for that." You understand what I'm saying? So it's just part of the conversation. What I'm saying is when you do shit, it's not the same thing as somebody just talking about shit.
Yo,
because
peace,
now
peace.
You're showing some proof. Yeah, my fault. Go ahead, bro.
No, I don't mean to interject. We just got another brother on the panel. I just try to keep it real hospitable like Indians do. But this my brother who I've had the pleasure of building with, you know what I'm saying, plenty behind the scenes. And shout out to my brother Nagi in the chat, because this is a shout out to him because he always says genealogy is key. And I think this would be an opportune moment for us to let our people see somebody who looks just like them, who lives here in the Americas, who can trace their genealogy to the Mayans, my G. You know what I'm saying? So when you studying this stuff and when you know people like this, your whole paradigm can't do nothing but shift. So I just want to introduce my brother Chief Menowar, you know what I'm talking about, and let him chop it up with us for a minute.
What's up? Peace to the tribe. Peace up.
Peace,
bless, man. Yeah, man. I'm just gonna give you just a basic synopsis of myself. I'm from Texas, and I always felt it in my bones, that I was connected deeper than most people. And about 9 months ago, I started my research, just with the name of my people alone, Apalachicola, Pecana, Muskogee. And I just found out, a lot of stuff through history, War 1812 through 17, the Creole Wars, the First and Second Seminole Wars, the Tuscarora Wars. It's all tied to my people, like solely tied.
Fact.
Chief John Blunt, his grandfather was King Tom Blunt of the Tuscaroras, Berry Clan. You know what I'm saying? And read the stuff about him and the trials and tribulations he went through with the Dutch and the German and the British fighting over the lands and make him turn against his people in South Carolina, the Southern Tuscaroras, and just the migrations of, just the dispersion, they put these forts in the middle of the people and made them fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Make them kill each other. You know what I mean? It made me think deeper, like, man, who am I, man? Who am I? And just finding my people's name, and what it means, the real meaning. Apalachicola, you know what I'm saying, in Panoan is Aparasikora, which means people from the sea. So, and that's what Mayan means, water. You know what I'm saying? So that just tell me alone who's here, where they came from. You know what I'm saying? And it just breaks it down for most people here in the Southeast. Like, we're from, many ethnic groups, but we're one people. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them about your people. Tell them about the chiefs.
I'm a descendant of Chief Red Shoes of the Choctaw Coasati. He was known as Le Soul Le Rouge by the French. You know what I'm saying? Also known as Red Moccasin. You know, Red Shoes was a title that he gained in his, becoming a man. That's the highest stature you can get as a commoner. You know, Red Shoes is a war chief. You know what I'm saying? So, he rose to stature, you know what I'm saying, with his fight and everything. And most of the land in Louisiana belongs to him. The Choctaw people in Louisiana, that's our relatives, that's our people. And I found out that he was the Emok Lata Moeti of the Oklahoma. That means he was the immaculate kinship of the Six People Clan. Oklahoma, which is Oklahoma, they stole that name and used it as a prisoner camp. You know what I'm saying? So everything that's on this land, they stole it from my people.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't do nothing on this land without our people helping them. They couldn't do anything. And I mean, it's just, and they try to, I read some books and I can't remember some of the names, but they sit there talking about, oh yeah, Red Shoes, he was a savage and blah 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 blah. But they didn't say why he was being a savage. When you raping and killing, the women and children of the clan, you're gonna get dealt with. You're gonna get dealt with. And I don't know, man. I know I'm kind of rambling. It's just real deep, man. When it comes just to my people name alone, and we the Texas Creeks, and we the only ones that kept the name, to honor our ancestors. The Highlanders of Peru, East Andes. With the creek knot in the back of your head, is if you ain't got no knot in the back of your head, you're not a creek. You know what I'm saying?
That knot in the back of your head.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got these knots in the back of my head, and I'm looking at the people in Peru, the Shipibo Canibo, you know what I'm saying? They got the same dress. They have the same green corn festival dance. They have the same drink, sacred drink called Asi. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's just real deep. Everything down there is all tied in together.
That's deep.
Ain't that a primary source? A real Indian? You know what I'm talking about?
You know what I'm saying? It's all in the history books, where they came from, Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to Blountstown, Florida, which was a reservation for Chief John Blunt. You know what I'm saying? Then Chief Doublehead of the Cherokee sold all the nations out in the Southeast, you know what I'm saying, to get allotments, $3,000 allotment a year for trading out his own people and the other clans.
That's a fact.
And what they
That's a fact.
And what they hide, fam, is that East Florida actually stretched all the way up into Guale going into Tennessee. That was East Florida. And they don't want a lot of people to know that whenever they were creating the borderlines that give you modern day Georgia today.
Yep.
All of that was East Florida, and a lot of people don't pay attention to it. So when they say the Florida State Seminoles, that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about the Florida State being the modern day Florida that you see today. They're talking about all of that region, that southeast woodland region.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't pay attention to that.
Yep.
And that's where a lot of the Indian territory was at. And when I was talking about it earlier, that's when they started pushing into Indian territory and started creating those militia districts.
Yep.
They
calling people upper creeks and lower creeks.
Children. Exactly.
Yep.
And they kept the children, and they put the children in those schools. And I mean, Dane already broke that down, what they were doing back then.
And what particular creek or river was these Indians being? Was they running through the Mississippi? Was they occupying the Mississippi?
Well, they call anybody that live near creeks was creek.
Yeah.
If you live in the upper creek, the upper highlands in the woods, you was an upper creek. If you live in the lowlands in the creek, you was a lower creek. That's how
Appalachians.
And yeah,
Mountain high.
and Appalachian, that Appalachian is a Peruvian word for people, for the people. You know what I'm saying? And somebody has Arawakan language. So you know what I'm saying? Arawak, if you know what Arawak is, that means in Hebrew that means eaters of meal.
Facts.
Sitting on high.
You know what I'm saying? See, the names of the land is Hebrew dialect.
Wow.
That's why I was trying to explain to people, you know, a lot of these explorers, when they came over here, they couldn't understand what the people were saying. They couldn't understand that people in the Southeast, they roll their R's real hard. So when the people in the sea say in the Southeast say Aparasikora, you know what I'm saying? They thought they were saying Apalachicola. And then say the meaning of it was people from the other side. That's not even what that meant.
That's where that Latin comes in, man. I mean, the language, everything. I mean, it starts to make sense after a while when you start to research everything and put it together.
Yep. You know, I mean, and basically, man, you had to start from your people. Ask your mama, ask your grandma, ask your great grandma. Ask somebody about your great parents and all that. You know what I mean? You got to get their information. You have to start from there, and then you can everything else will start cracking up. It'll start opening up for you.
Whoever said the police just gonna hang up now. Yo, I'll put the link in the chat, man. Somebody looked like they want some free smoke. So, you know, at first I wasn't even going to bring them up here because there's been so much positive energy. I've been learning so much, but, you know, Ab say let them on. So, you know.
Come on, man. I'm going to shut up. All right, peace, y'all.
Yeah, peace,
bro.
Peace
Thanks,
to you, man.
Peace to you, brother. That's much blessings and gratitude for you coming on, blessing us with that information, brother. The chat absolutely enjoy that too.
That's a fact.
But yeah, go and bring them on. That's free smoke.
Yeah, the link on there. So I see you posted it. So it's there. Scroll.
Make sure y'all support the channel too, right quick, man. Hit that Cash App. Go ahead and support the channel, man. Cash App information in the chat, and the StreamYard link is in the chat. If anybody wants to come on, man. Hop on the deal.
Peace.
There you go. My fault, man. Yeah, I had to.
And I can mute them if they get to tripping, so ain't no sweat.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we wanted to get a brother a chance, man. Let him know, man. You know, it ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? You can, you know, Joan on people if you want to, man. But this about the information over here. There's some serious shit going on. Now, if you got some serious questions or you have some serious information, then come bring it. Ain't nobody gonna be disrespectful to you. We on some grown man shit over here.
This ain't that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Somebody was disrespecting somebody?
I mean,
not
you know.
Not around here.
I'm about to say.
That little, you know, that
we basically on the same page up here.
No, we ain't gonna do that.
That's you know, that's one of the boys, man.
It's the real powwow.
I like how I got like 10 answers that still meant the same thing. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? This it right here.
Real shit.
I wish Google Hangouts would allow more than 10 people. But I guess I don't know. It's on their little server, huh?
We might get 13, then they're gonna get spooked out.
Well, they're about to shut it down anyway, though. They supposed to be deleting everybody's personal accounts and shit.
I know this ain't Libra Sun talking.
Yeah.
Hey, we ain't worried about none of them false constructs. You already taught me that. The only reason it's here is because we was here to use it and we manifested it because we needed it for the time being. But we ain't worried about that. Ain't that right? We ain't worried about that.
Oh, that's a fact.
Talk to me, because I'm learning from you. You know, this Hawk school, so I'm a student. You know what I'm talking about? So
you gonna
you
greet the
taught me
brother
that last week.
Hey, how you gonna greet the new brothers that's on the panel? Taylor, how you doing, brother? Speaking my brother, speaking peace.
Peace, brother. Welcome to the, you know what it is. Welcome to the chat. You know, the powwow.
Yes, the free smoke.
We ain't get
smoke, but you got smoke.
We didn't even get the blades too good. Just in there.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, good evening. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, brother. We hear you. If you're on speaker, we can't. You're kind of far away. You on speakerphone?
Oh, give me a second. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Speak up a little louder, brother.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
I like the police for it. Look up there.
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, appreciate it. All right.
Peace
And blessings to all my Aboriginal people in the chat room, on the panel. How you guys doing?
All right, go on and introduce yourself, brother. Welcome to the panel.
Peace, welcome.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. My name's Taylor Bode. Go by that name. Yeah, I've actually started just getting into discovering about the whole Aboriginal history from Dane. I think it came from Instagram. I think someone had posted a post that
Y'all hit that like button real quick. Support the channel, man. Salute to the real ones in the building, though. Salute to the real ones in the building, man. We about to rock the house out. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Let's keep it going.
It gotta happen.
You also got to factor in. The monopoly money, the promissory notes that they're getting off of said applications. Everything has to have a tie in to some type of currency. It has to flow.
You were breaking up, brother. Be honest with you. You were breaking up. I really didn't hear what you were saying. And I think
No, I was saying when it. No, I'm saying like when it comes to certain applications and when it comes to like everything that we're going through right now, you're dealing with a new age type of technology where people are making money, and you're dealing with a monopoly or a promissory note.
Damn, I really am I the only one hearing that? Are y'all hearing that?
Yeah, he breaking up.
Breaking up real bad. Okay. I thought that was my end.
All right, I'll get silent.
Nah, you in a bad area.
Yeah, you just breaking up real
got
bad.
a bad signal.
I want to hear what you're saying. I definitely want to hear what you're saying because I was trying to make it out, but it's difficult.
Okay, the people say they can hear you though in the chat, but I don't know what's going on.
Whose channel we on right now?
Peace to the tribes. We on Aboriginal Power Channel. You know what I'm talking about? Nothing but Hawks on the panel, man. Shout out to the panel, man. Peace to the panel. Peace to everybody in the chat, man. This is amazing, man. It keep growing and growing and growing.
So the people say they can hear me. So I'll say it again. When it comes to it, when it comes to our people, when it comes to these applications, and it comes to cyber and anything that I'm working in right now, I want people to understand this is how people make money right now. So if you're for the people, work for the people, do for the people, make sure the people are taken care of. That's the only thing that I'll say, because obviously everybody heard what I said. So if they didn't, like if you didn't hear it, everybody else, they heard it.
Try.
That could be my connection. I think that could be my connection. I don't know.
No, Lil Yo, she was breaking up, brother.
It sound clear now.
Yeah, you was breaking up at first.
But because I do see people in the chat saying that he was clear at the same time. Because I just joined I'm looking at his video now on my channel, and I don't know. That could be, I don't know why they're not trying to let me hear what the brother said. Can somebody repeat what he said?
It was breaking up on my end too, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was experiencing the same thing.
Okay. I really wanted to know.
I kind of heard a little basis of what he was saying, but it just kept breaking up so bad. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't really make it out.
It looked like we got somebody new in here, or am I tripping?
Yeah, I wish I could have heard what he said.
Got the brother A1 in the house. What's good with you?
Oh yeah, salute, Chief.
Peace. What's up? What's
yeah,
good?
Peace.
You got it.
Peace, everybody. Peace to the brothers on the chat.
Peace, everyone.
Man, we got the Hawks in the sky today, boy.
Big Hawk.
Yeah.
Everything good?
Can y'all? Can anybody hear me now?
We hear you, but it still kind of break up a little bit.
All right. Yeah, they probably don't want me to speak my mind.
That's what they do.
Go ahead.
That's what they do.
We running through a server right now, so anybody could be checking it out live like us. We ain't slow. This the Hawk section. You know what I'm saying? So everybody aware of what it is.
Yeah.
Man, I'm mad at that. I really did want to hear what he was saying, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to hear, I was quiet till he said it the second. I don't want to keep making him repeat himself, but that really upset me how they trying to really not let me hear what he's saying.
Yeah. I hate when they do that shit.
Yeah, be heating the wires up, man. You know.
It's high powered over here, Libra. Talk about it.
But that's good, though. I mean, the chat did hear him, though.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I mean, they were confirming that they heard him.
Yeah, every time me and Brother Firewater be politicking, man, they be cutting us off.
I mean, as long as that the first part got out, that's good. Other than that, if you can't hear me, if I keep going out, I understand. So y'all keep building, man, because that's what we here for.
Yes, sir.
Where bro A1 go? Where you at, A1? Talk to him, talk to him, Chief.
Peace.
Coolin',
man. I'm just sitting back listening to y'all, man. Y'all building into pretty much like I don't know what the brother was just talking about, something dealing with economics. I couldn't really hear him out. I mean, I wish the brother could you repeat yourself, my brother, what you were saying about the economic part? Is the brother still with us? The brother that was right there on Discovery.
Yeah, I think that was yo.
Yeah, peace, A1. Peace, A1.
Peace, my brother.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. You sound good now.
I hear you.
All right, I'll try to stay in place. But no, I was just simple mathematics.
2 movies out right now. It's about Sasquatch. They got one about the fucking abominable snowman, and then they got one about another Sasquatch. I don't know if it's a cartoon. I don't know if y'all seen the little cartoon. Which I don't know. I don't rewatch TV like that, but my daughter be having shit on. I be seeing little things. But they got a cartoon with a Sasquatch and a man, like he was some type of hunter and shit. And he found the Sasquatch. He got the Sasquatch wearing clothes and shit and talking to him and all this other shit. And it's another one out because they know that this shit existed. The European cannot create nothing that never existed because he only going by stories that he heard us. He got to wait for us to do something new. You know what I'm saying? For him to be able to go in. That's why they keep making all these fucking movies over and over and over and over and over. And then the remake is more stupid than the original fucking movie, man. All they do is they fuck a lot of movies up, man, that was originally out there. And when they try to remake it, they make it some type of stupid ass comedy, or you know what I'm saying? But you know, that's pretty much what I wanted to just drop in on. But yeah, just remember when we talk about religion, man, religion ain't nothing but the continuing, the practicing of a culture. You know what I'm saying? Of a culture. You know, a cult. We know a cult ain't nothing but a people who practice culture. The same thing. Like listen, the culture can be praying to Jesus Christ, or the culture could be in there motherfucking worshiping Moloch, or fucking some fucking you know what I'm saying, some entity. It's still a religion. It might not be a religion that we accept, but it's still somebody's culture, you know. So,
Yeah, and the thing is too about it though, man, is that you know when I talk about culture, I'm looking at it from two aspects, right? I'm looking at it from a natural aspect and from an artificial aspect.
mm-hmm.
That is what I be talking about when I mention culture shift, right? So if you're reading some information and you're deciphering the information, you can determine whether that's coming from a natural construct or either an artificial construct. You see what I'm saying? And when you notice that artificial construct, then you can pretty much tell where that where the narrative is being um, carried from. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's a very important distinction to make when I'm looking at culture.
Yeah, a lot of people get lost with that shit. A lot of people don't understand that. They don't understand it themselves. They look at everything like it's some spookism. Oh shit! Oh, they over there practicing. That's like they was worrying about wondering what we was doing. Just like today, you see people practicing stuff that they don't even know about. These immigrants come here and they just do whatever they see you do. They don't know nothing about what's going on. They just do whatever they see you do. You wear fitted hats and Nikes and Jordans, they do the same motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, they come, take your culture, and then, you know what I'm saying, and then remix it and put a spin on it. Like you go to DR and shit, you'll see motherfuckers over there, like, you know what I'm saying, they over there and took our style and did a remix on it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is wearing reverse afros and sags and all types of shit. You get them motherfuckers some barbers, some clippers, they fuck some shit up, man. You know what I'm saying? They done fuck the culture all up. New York, skinny pants wearing motherfuckers, man. What's that? I mean, let me go on a little rant about that though. Who else we got on here? I seen Dane.
Guy, brother Yosin.
Yeah, I'm here, brother. No. I had it on mute.
What's good, Dane? I mean,
Ain't nothing. How you?
I'm good, man. Just listening in, man. Trying to, constantly build, constantly get this, to get this knowledge, man. Yeah, I'm just waiting though, man. I'm ready to tear one of them Pan Africans' heads off, man. In a formal debate, we ain't gonna never be able to get a formal setting with none of these jokers and be able to really submit the information. You know
Because they're not real debaters.
yeah. The same thing, Rob Bourne. I was listening to the video you got with Rob Bourne. Rob Bourne talking about his family was the Gitche Gullah, and he said his family was the Gitche Gullah, and saying, "Oh, we practice West African ways." Who told you practice West African ways?
Man, I could have went a whole different. I
heard what you were saying.
I could have went so many different ways on him, but
bro, the fool here, because the fool here, first of all, we can't practice West African culture in America because American climate is different than West African. So whatever culture they claim they're getting is a fucking lie because the Geechee Gola didn't exist until after the Seminole War. They didn't exist. They wasn't calling themselves the Geechee. I mean, you got people now that's Geechee people, you know what I'm saying? But the Gola people, they wasn't calling themselves. They weren't calling themselves that because them people was originally the Yamasee and the Tuscarora. Them was the original tribe that that later became the Geechee and the Gola. They wasn't that's the Yamasee. The Yamasee was the original Geechee Gola. You know what I'm saying? So if he sit up here talking about something,
yes to me, you talking about the
yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
well, how do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce it?
I was trying to figure out, and then they caught me. Okay, all right, I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
The Yasmin, you pronounce it like that. But they are the original Geechee Gola. They was the people who was driven into Florida, and they tell you that shit. But then they was put a spin on it and say, "Oh yeah, they mixed these with Negroes." Because the Negroes who they saying it was people that was being brought in from the Caribbean. But mind you, that these were still people that came from here. So like I said, they didn't did a remix on this shit that's just ridiculous. And it's like, if you don't have brothers really going back doing this history and looking back at a lot of this information, a lot of this literature and everything. Like I said, it's all over the place. They already know. They will tell you. Like I said, when you looking at you get somebody that tell you, oh yeah, we the Gola Geechee people. How you practicing West African culture? How the West Africans remember?
That's why I asked him West African where. Okay, and then he came up with some random one, and I said, okay, and he said it was by Sierra Leone. I said, where? And he couldn't answer it. Like, I mean, but in other words, he doesn't know who his people are. You can't take nobody serious. I mean, you can't take nobody serious unless they know their people. And I'm talking about can recall them. Like when that, and I wasn't trying to embarrass him, but inadvertently it happened. Like I kind of figured it. That's why I said I was being real light on him. To be quite honest, I was being light, but still trying to get him to understand. Like I see that he wanted to understand, but he didn't know how. And I was trying to tell him. I think he heard it. But if he wanted to hear it, that was up to him. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Man, them niggas be straddling the fence with that Pan-African shit. They just can't seem to understand that it's a land older. They can't seem to understand that. They don't even know that the CIA created this whole Pan-African movement in the 60s. They don't even know it. You got people telling you this dumb shit. You got people telling these niggas this shit, and they still running with it. Why did they create this Pan-African shit? Because this whole shit is a fucking conspiracy. And listen, even worse, they'd rather give you reparations than admit you was an Indian. Trust and believe that. Because they know if they was to come out and tell the people that we are the original Indians, they never going to say that because they always say that, oh, we mixed in with the Indians. But at the same point in time, all you have to do is show people images and let people know what scientists is saying and what they found here, and then who the people are. But first, we got to wake up and make these valid claims.
Mm-hmm.
We the ones the reason people don't know is because we reject this information. That's the reason why people don't know. People don't know because we don't really push it. When I be going places, I be seeing these immigrants, and I ask them all the time, how long you been here? They be like X amount. I said, have you ever met a real American since you've been here? And they be like, yeah, I see one every day. I said, who? He pointed at the white man. I said, no. There's only one American here, and that's the originally applied to the Aborigines and the copper color races found here by Europeans. You understand what I'm saying? And then we start talking about shit like that, and I start telling them, like, look, man, no, I'm an Aborigine here, bro. I'm not no black man. They like, you don't look like a regular Indian. I know. Because you didn't been indoctrinated.
Because that would be based upon what they would consider, the image of a regular Indian would look like. Indoctrination. Their whole point is they don't know. They don't know. A lot of people don't know. These other people that call themselves Pan-Africanists are the people that are at the top making money off of it. Those other ones that just want to run their mouth just want fame. In other words, they're not doing nothing for the liberation of our people and never will be. They never have. Name one thing anybody in that camp has done for our people, other than stand outside with a microphone and talk to some people.
And sell fucking dashikis, man. Hey, real quick on another note, I know this ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. What y'all niggas think about that Jesse Smollett situation?
I think, I think it's a distraction. I mean, if you really want me to, I think that's all a distraction.
There you go. And I think I know that this shit was some false flag shit. They just got caught. And then I believe that shit came from some political power.
Right. Me too. Okay. And I'm trying to figure out what line, but I don't think I'm gonna ever come out and say anything about it. Huh?
He got pictures with Kamala Harris and all of them.
Right.
Why listen, when I heard them say something about MAGA and that, these guys attacked me, I said, here we go with this shit. This is some false flag shit. Because like I said, and even I'm still, I don't believe none of this shit. I don't believe none of these people are real. I don't believe Trump is real. I don't believe none of these people that they give you in front of you is real or whatever. But as far as what I'm saying, as far as the way we don't never know, because these motherfuckers got agents within agents, man. They will play, you got two wings of the same bird. They will play each other roles anytime they want. So I don't.
What my boy say, Steve Coakley? It's a circle within a circle within another circle.
Within another circle, yeah. Within the urn and shit.
Yeah.
And he's guarding the urn.
Yeah.
The fucking, what's the name? The griffin or the whatever the hell you want to call that. The lion with the
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
The symbol of the boule.
That's right. But that's how this shit really is, man.
They attacked the entertainment and arts.
Yeah. But
that's where it came from. That idea came from Skull and Bones.
Man, but that's what I was trying to tell people. Listen, I think Albert Pike, you start talking about Albert Pike, right? Because I think Albert Pike was a mulatto. I don't think he was full white. I think he was a mulatto, yo. I think a lot of them chiefs I think the KKK was created by the Cherokees, and like, because they telling you after they had the Indian Civil War, the Civil War was about the Indians. That's all we know this now, and we know what really. I'm starting to really see exactly what really happened when we go backwards, because a lot of this so-called slavery that we've been hearing since 1619 really didn't start until the formation of the United States. And the United started going and taking lands. And they telling you why they doing
exactly.
They taking lands. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. People talking about, well, where your redress? Niggas looking over there. Oh, Queen Elizabeth. And we all got to get together. No. We all got our own individual people.
Correct.
We have to go after.
I'm on that same page, brother.
Yeah. The motherfuckers who did the niggas who got to redress and give us a redress of grievances, the people right up under our fucking head.
You're right.
And they know it though.
They right here.
And they glorify. They would listen.
And they hiding on top of that.
Yeah, a motherfucker will go and risk his life and motherfucking sketch somebody's head in the side of a fucking mountain. And these people look up to these motherfuckers, Jefferson, Andrew Jackson, Washington, all people who was warring and encroaching upon your land. And then what they was doing was they would act like the same thing they was doing during the KKK. The Europeans you thought was good was the same niggas riding with them at nighttime with the hoods on. So when the motherfucker,
that is correct.
That's the whole system. But
that's the whole system.
But the system of white supremacy it goes deeper than just the Americas, man. It goes all the way out to the UK and London and all that. And then when it was all done simultaneously. When this shit over here fell, when this fell over here, it fell over there. And like I said, they didn't have full control of this shit until after the 1800s. When you see them take control of these wars, and the last war was the Civil War, when you see them start taking control of these wars and shit, now
1875 and beyond.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
1875 and beyond.
They didn't have no control. And listen, European domination came after the Civil War.
Yes, after the Civil War, Great Depression. That's when they started getting these banks. See, this is, and I'm about to be exposing all of that. And these are the people that need to be held responsible for the thing that they call in slavery, which was employment. We need to be holding these banks accountable. And I'm getting ready to put that out in the forefront. That's why I was telling people earlier that is absolutely correct, though, A1. That is absolutely correct. Y'all can start off at the Currency Act and take a look at the Currency Act signed off by Woodrow Wilson, top of 1900s. Y'all got to start right. You can easily, when you start tracing back who he hired to do the industrialized institution, you can track who created the out of Africa theory. We already gave it to you. Okay, but if you really want to do it on your own, start with Woodrow Wilson and go backwards if you want, because Woodrow Wilson is the one that started this industrialized institution that we're familiar with right now. As a matter of fact, let me correct that. He reconstructed it, okay? Because Andrew Jackson did it first. Let me be correct. Andrew Jackson did it first. And look at it, Democrat, Republican, you can't trust either one. Two heads of the same snake. They were out to help each other. I'm going to continuously repeat this. Ain't nobody try to debunk this. Ain't nobody say, oh, dang, wait a minute. I told you again. How did the Union win? If the Army went with the Confederate States, if it's 13 colonies, how many states made up in those? They ain't have a dime of California. Y'all got to listen to this. They ain't have a dime of California.
Yeah,
I don't care how many states they wanted to create. Look at the colonies.
It's all westward expansion. That's what's all you hear. We basically, whoever was in that way of moving west was their enemy. And if you didn't become friends with them, and it's like what they call it, like foreign policy. Like if you ain't with the foreign policy, what do they do to people across? Like I said, when you listen, all the European domination came in the 1800s, and with the continuation, when you start seeing all these wars amongst
real heavy,
start seeing them killing each other because they killing each other for who gonna be in power. That's what they killing each other for. They killing each other for who gonna be in power. All this, the Jews and all this, all these motherfuckers fighting against each other. Like
and power of the trade. Let me mention that too. They want to control of the trade. Go ahead, brother. My fault.
Well, you good. I mean, we building.
They wanted that trade bad. Because the Southerners, our ancestors were, I'm talking about I don't care if you was a landowner, a sharecropper, or even a tenant. Like I said, that's what them little African Americans are, them white folks. They were tenants. That's what they were. They were the squatters. They called them tenant farmers. Look this up. That's all in the War Department records, and they should have some records available about online somewhere. I'm not an online type of person, but it should be somewhere. If not, look up these key things that we keep giving y'all, especially if you're new to this conversation, or if you unfamiliar with this information that we're conversating about. If you have to write it down, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you do that in school. Why can't you do that right now? You know, I mean, it's good for you to know this stuff, because now you can see what we up against. These businesses and banks that took over by way of Woodrow Wilson, okay, that was inspired by Andrew Jackson, created everything that you were ever accustomed to right now. They are responsible. But when we bring this up to the judge, in which we have, this is very important, and I'm talking about the Supreme Court system, like these laws are out right now. If you don't think our people were making moves, take a look at these laws. And even if it was a such and such versus such and such, you can find that out. and see who brought up these same conversations beyond reparations about what happened to your people. Because this was before reparation conversation started. Our people was fighting for our lands back. Like, wait a minute, hold on. You took something. And the way you took it was by raising the price of the crops, in which they couldn't produce that much at that time. You see what I'm saying? That's how they backed your ancestors out their system and claim it was for tax reasons.
Mm-hmm.
They made the prices too high. Our people couldn't afford it. That's how we lost our land. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You talking about O? That's way more than O. You took the land. You hear me? That's taking it. You stole it. Now, what I'm saying is, to back up what I'm saying, when they took it to the Supreme Court multiple times on multiple occasions, I'm about to put them out there. I'm about to tell you exactly which ones. You about to see sources and everything with these upcoming documentaries coming out. I'm not lying. Mark my word, because you need to see this. I'm talking about the judges telling them that they can't do anything because these people are not pointing, that was bringing it to their attention, are not pointing out individuals. They're pointing out businesses. The judge inadvertently was telling these people that a business can fight against residential. Keep in mind, you a U.S. citizen. A citizen is a resident. Transient status. You're a visitor here. You ain't got no, you see what I'm saying? You ain't got no rights, no privileges as a visitor. This ain't your jurisdiction.
It's all about jurisdiction. It's all about that they put you under their jurisdiction. It's everything you've been
fraudulently.
Hearing, all this shit you've been hearing about, you've been hearing niggas be talking about in court, all this more science shit. Well, guess what? That shit is real. That shit is real. When you hear niggas talking about subject, niggas be laughing. Oh, this nigga's a squatter. He just went up there and squatted somebody's house. I mean, he's squatting on his property.
That's what the white folks did.
Exactly.
That's what they did.
Exactly. He's squatting on his own property. Matter of fact, he ain't even squatting. He on his own property. The Europeans that came here and took it is calling them squatters.
Correct.
And we follow right along with them and believe what they saying. But everything is about jurisdiction. They have superior jurisdiction over you. That's the reason why what makes you different from anybody that's coming from any other country is because the other person coming from the other country has a nation behind him. We are under the nation we are under are the people who conquered us, and we are no longer part of our whole nation. Just like you would see like what they've done to us here, you would see more African countries like that if they was in Africa as long as they said they was, but they wasn't. They wasn't. If the white man wanted to go in Africa and wanted Africa as bad as they keep on playing, he don't want Africa. That's the reason why he not.
Look up the apartheid to go back with. If y'all want to find information on what A1 is saying right there, look up what I just told you. Apartheid, South Africa, West Africa. Also, that's going to lead you to the document.
Apartheid is actually called apartheid. Apartheid is South Africa.
Probably signed that a fake.
It happened back in the early 80s. You know, Nelson Mandela going to jail. That's when he told you that when he told us that they died, but he really didn't die until like the 2000s. It's crazy, this whole thing that we call the Mandela effect today. Crazy, right?
They saw nobody there. Okay? America bought the lands from the French on the West Coast. That's all documented. And that was abandoned lands. That's their words. Come on, you can look this stuff up. Stop being lazy. And matter of fact, Africans would tell you that. The term nigger was used to describe West Africans. You heard me? The term nigger was used to describe West Africans. Why? Because they came from here.
And nigga told Sa none of that. It's this African.
I heard
dude.
that. I heard somebody say somebody told him that and he didn't believe it.
I think the dude put him on Wake Up Neezy. He took the dude recorded, but I heard it on Sa channel when he was talking to him directly. And the motherfucker was telling him, he was saying the people that's in West Africa ain't from West Africa. They wasn't even there. He's saying
they wasn't there.
Yo, he was sitting there telling, but see, it's hard for people to believe, man.
They gotta get the records. You ain't seeing nobody in Africa stating that they African American or got family in America.
You know what it is with people, though? Let me tell you what it is with people, right? what people need to see deception. What, like I said, man, what took me down this rabbit? Yeah, we still deep, or just what, y'all niggas sleep, or what? Everybody still with us?
We stable. We
Yeah,
stable.
we still here.
No, I'm
Um,
just
Yeah,
checking. I'm just checking.
we
I'm
been
just throwing
chopping
something
it
out
up.
there.
We been
hey,
chopping it up. Hey,
hey,
one, we just
since you
respecting
did
it.
that, I got a question for you, brothers, right? Because Dane, you said something very important, right? Now, if it wasn't for the fact that they got the Louisiana Purchase, they wouldn't have been able to expand westward.
They never purchased nothing. They took it. They took
exactly. They never had money.
Yeah, how you gonna purchase something?
They didn't purchase anything, Libra. They didn't. They took it. They took it, brother.
Own it. That's right. The French
So what I'm saying was that was a French controlled
operation. There you go. That's exposing them right there. There you go. You just put it together. Just right there. You connected it right there.
Bonjour.
There you go. That's absolutely correct. And Libra, mark my word. When you research that, it ain't gonna no longer be no theory. I can tell you that. Ain't gonna be no theory.
And I'm gonna end this live stream right here because I won't take away you guys from getting the full experiences by checking out that entire live stream. If you haven't checked it out, I am going to release it on the channel, and I'm going to have it in the description box at the end of this particular live stream. So salute to everybody that's in the building, man. Grand Rising, man. How everybody doing? Hopefully y'all enjoyed those type of builds, because I just want to play that because that's the type of energy we're bringing back to the community, man, where it's just continuation of building. Nobody got to take away from nothing. If you coming in hype, aggressive, mad, trying to argue with motherfuckers, we just going to remove you. You do that on your own channel, create your own panels and argue. We're going to create the building, man. We bringing back the building back, man. We bringing back the love, the harmony, the really giving people things that they can utilize in real time for the folks that's listening, whether you 15 or whether you 520 years old. It doesn't matter. It's for the youth, the elders, and everybody in between. And so that's what we're bringing back, man. So shout out to everybody in the building. It's your brother, Big Bapperton. We setting the tone for 2026. We just letting y'all know what to be looking forward to in 2026. I'm just giving y'all a free game of what to be looking forward to in 2026. I think it's going to be beautiful. But if y'all do enjoy those type of builds, hit the like button. Drop a fire emoji. Hit, you know what I mean? And support the Cash App, man. Because I will upload one of these once a week if y'all like, man. I can upload a classic build. A lot of those builds are not public to my channel. I took them off YouTube because my channel is actually going under maintenance right now. And it's going to be under maintenance until January the 15th, according to what they told me. So, but I can release small quantities of these videos. But this is a lengthy live stream. That live stream was roughly around 8 hours long. And it was before StreamYard existed. So you couldn't even get on StreamYard. You had to be sent the email to you. You had to be sent the particular link to your email. And it was only designated people that were allowed to come on. And I think we want to start controlling these builds and dedicating it to our information, building, at least adding on to the conversation. If you don't know how to build, if you ain't got much information, you can at least add on to the conversation. And contrary to what's been going on for the last few years, is people are addicted to taking away from the conversation. So yeah, man. Yeah, I know, Lady Spade. It's been lacking. You know what I'm saying? I've tried to put a little motivation out there to my brother Smoke, but some people just like chaos, man. And once chaos comes, it attracts more chaos and that type of energy. And we want to bring a positive vibes. We want to keep a fun, aggressive vibe as well. We like the negativity as far as, people challenging information, but it's a time and a place. And if you don't see free smoke in the title, there is no smoke. You understand what I'm saying? That's just the way I want to keep it real, clean, organized, and really strictly to the information, because this is what ultimately woke a lot of people up back in the day. These videos, if you go back and look at the hundreds of comments that's on that video, it changed people's lives, man. These videos change people's lives, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can go through some of the comments. Like, let's just go through some comments. Cause like I said, these videos haven't been seen since really we published them that day. I think it was on the internet for about 6 to 8 hours, almost 24 hours. Oh no, that's not it. Hold on. Yeah, so when you go through, look, this is an old bill, Aboriginal Power. This is about 6 years ago, getting closer about 7 years ago. You look, Aboriginal Power, you're bringing some heat to the bills. It's always a pleasure to listen to you, brothers. Best 8-hour video of the year so far, 2019. Elbows. I'm original. So. Perfect. Dane needs to address these Pan-Africans. You know, just positive stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I need that beat. You know what I'm saying? Mine's have connection to Georgia. Shout out to American World. You've been around for a while. You know, just good bills, man. Good conversations. Tons of comments. People really enjoying themselves. People getting into the comments. Actually building in the conversations. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. So we love to see that type of feedback. You know what I'm saying? From the people, from the family. I ain't going to say no names, Queen Cass. Gang. What's up, Khalil? You already know, family. Make sure y'all share this live stream, hit that like button, and support the channel, man. Smack that like button. Smack that like button, man. I'm gonna play some other clips because I had a show last night where we, the Wannabe Indians, the Wannabe Indian show, and I think I'm gonna play a few clips from that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play a few clips from that. That was a good show last night. But they was on here wilding out last night after I jumped off. After I jumped out, these niggas started wilding. So I'm gonna play I'm gonna play this little clip because I ended up going back and watching it like 3 o'clock in the morning because I forgot I went to sleep. I was tired. And I know Smoke. I know Smoke got the access to end my show. So
hey man, shit ain't nothing else to do, my nigga. Fuck it. I'll take that. Islam, King.
Yo, hey, did y'all hear about the floods in New York?
No, I heard about some money. I want some money shit right now.
Oh, that's cool. No, that's cool.
No, what's up, Tomat? My bad. I fuck with you, bro. I'm gonna chill. Them niggas got me hyped. What's up, Tomat? I be trying to be on that. I be trying to be on that fake consciousness shit y'all be on, but then
I'm not fake,
shit.
bro. I ain't
Nah, it's all good. I know, Tomat, you cool, bro. These niggas got me piped up. I'm a Gemini, so I'm not with. I'm cool. I'll be in the background, and then I'll be like, let me go disturb all these fucking weirdos. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Gemini, so I like to do shit like that. But I'm on that type of time right now. That's why I'm the wolf, nigga. But I fuck with you, Tomat. What's up, man? You be on some cool. I'm gonna do the fake conscious shit again. Let me get back in my fake conscious bag, super.
Hey, you don't have to adapt. You could be yourself, bro. I fuck with your energy.
No, I can't, man. These niggas is fans, man. You ain't been wrong long enough. Myself is. I just gave a little bit of myself. They fans, man.
But I respect. I didn't even know.
But salute to y'all. Salute to everybody. I'm just chilling.
I live with you. I don't know about you, Jarvis. I'm still downloading your info that you put up. Like I'm putting down. I'm trying to pick it up, bro. It's a lot of. I'ma just.
It could take a minute, my nigga. You be all right, dog. A lot of times it be on some old tripping shit, my nigga, real talk. Especially when I'm drinking, my nigga. I just get the tripping, nigga. Again, take the tripping dolphins with the serious dolphins, know what I mean?
Is that T-Move?
No.
That's my brother T-Move right there.
Yes, nigga.
Hey, Darvis, Islam, nigga. I ain't even mad at you, Darvis.
Hey man, you know I fuck with you, Wolf, man. You came out here and fuck with me, my nigga. You know what?
Y'all got to stop them gay comments, though. That shit funny, because it's like, man, y'all niggas, man. Y'all running behind the gay dude, man. Shit wild.
That man rough, dog.
Nah, you good. I know. Man, y'all niggas funny, man.
Yo, but hey, have y'all been following these weather patterns though? Like with Jamaica, with the Philippines,
Man,
with
Tom, I'm going to get with you, bro. I'm going to get with you with the weather.
everywhere getting
Man,
flooded.
hey, T-Move. I bought
bullshit. I guess so. Fuck it. I don't
a
even
raindropper thing, the thing that you can tell the weather thing.
That boy Savage stepping out.
What you say?
Shit been working. You know the little raindroppers, the thing that measures the weather.
I don't know what you just said, Gucci, but say it one more time.
That nigga old bullshit.
Say it one more time, Gucci.
Nah, about the rain Doppler. It took like 3 months. It came from like China. I bought it off Temu.
Binoculars?
Yeah,
the little rain shit, man. Hey, Savage, you stepping out? That nigga finna hit the club.
Cool though, bro.
They said
I bought my neodermium magnets off of Timo. Like
Savage, they said you finna hit the team club.
Like 500 packs.
They ain't even let me in my old ass. Huh.
That's cool, bro. But
I can't even be in that 18 and up. I don't even want to see them little niggas.
Iceberg, you gotta stop. Be nice, Iceberg. Well, I was gonna say, Savage, I am proud of you for bringing the essence of this holiday earlier, talking about your great grandma and your great granddaddy, and showing us around Ohio. That's what today's really about.
Right. Tapping in ancestors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, get back on y'all shit, man. Get back in y'all
Halloween shit.
Yeah. Ancestors is they working right now too, huh? Do y'all feel that atmosphere like different? Like when y'all breathe? Like does it feel like it's more cohesive? Like there's more like a sensation when you breathe naturally lately?
Hell yeah. Nigga, I was wondering.
Somebody said about put some information on. He said about put the information on. I just want to show y'all how the difference is between the information that's around today. That's all. And how niggas operate. The whole time they was on here for hours and not no information came out. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's go to this part of the video.
Dozy, Wild Savage, Black Eyes, Wicked Bed,
Oh man, I gotta go.
Smoke Signal, We Don't Care, Superman, Hey Grateful.
Oh man.
Damn, you ain't said none of dogs, nigga.
What you say,
Damn,
Darvis?
baby, you got beef too.
What you on, Darvis?
What you say, Darvis?
Nigga,
I said you mentioned 9 niggas' names, but then you mentioned mine. I just made sure we ain't got no beef.
Your name. Tata had your phone, Darvis.
Oh my bad, man. I'm drinking the liquor, man. My bad.
Yeah, you know, I said your
When you
name.
said Wolf, I heard the fucking background.
What up, King?
And let me say this, because Hero put something in the chat about
Get how you live, Darvis. I'm just gonna be me.
Wait, well, Hero put something in the chat about being like Cos is a liar.
Islam, King. Islam, Darvis.
Man, what the hell you talking about,
Be careful, man. That was
hey, what you talking about, man?
Hey,
explain
Islam,
yourself, nigga.
Islam, King.
You scared to say it in public, nigga? You say it, nigga. I don't understand what you talking about. I can't say his name because I'm not sure what you saying, man. Yeah, y'all know, but it's like you trying to say some more slick shit, nigga. Bring it to the motherfucking forefront, nigga. Be a man. Say it with your chest, nigga.
King. Islam.
Boy, listen, man. I'm gonna tell you now. Some of them goddamn phrases scary as fuck, nigga.
He said, "Damn, what about me?"
That's why you're supposed to be a certain age before you're able to curse.
What you saying, though?
That's why you gotta be a certain age before you're able to curse. Because some of those motherfucking phrases are scary now. You say the shit, my nigga. See, there you go with that. How do we let it? When this is the men's room, nigga. Fuck you talking about? I'm the oldest nigga in here.
Man, you gotta be.
If it ain't great, we ain't know y'all niggas got enough standing to cut me off anyway, nigga.
Man, the shit you was just saying in the men's room, man. Hey, Dozy.
What in the men's room?
You said it's a men's room. What you mean?
Yeah.
Bro,
That's not what I mean when I said that,
Are you
right?
drunk, bro? Hey, man, I
Damn
don't
right,
drink, man.
nigga.
I don't drink, man. You gotta
Well,
slow down, bro.
that's why you don't
You
understand your
good
culture,
then?
my
You
nigga.
good then? Hey, Dosey, what you was saying though? This nigga kept.
I was saying just basically that we be disagreeing over information, and then people take it too far. Like
That's true.
let's stick with the information
The
and
information.
then go from there.
Yeah, let's see. Dosey said it. Let's get back to the information. At least she's trying to stay with the information. I gotta respect that about Dosey.
If you talk with someone, battle them with information.
That's right.
I think a lot of people don't have information to battle with. I think that's why they gotta go.
I just think it'd be a lot of degenerate culture coming around, and people don't really have no information-based build, so it leads to this chaos type of conflict. I'm just showing y'all the cause and effect, family. I know y'all don't want to hear this nonsense. I'm just showing y'all the cause and effect.
Let's stick with the information. And then go from there.
Yeah, that's
if you talk with someone, battle them with information.
That's right.
I think a lot of people don't have information to battle with. I think that's why they gotta go low.
That's right.
I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy
I agree
about
with that,
right?
though.
Because I remember a couple months ago, y'all two niggas was saying some shit about each other, niggas. That I never thought y'all would ever agree again. And now y'all niggas was saying, one of y'all niggas got to be lying back then when y'all said I've never, you know what I mean? Because me, I mean, I'm just saying, dog.
Information, man. That's one thing I
I hear
agree
you.
with her, though. I agree with her on that.
I'm going to bed because you and I can never have a really real back and
Dosey
forth.
know her problem. Dosey
Right?
be dumping it. Everybody. But Dosey know I agree with her on the information.
I'm going. I am. Good night, because I need my guest rest.
Hey, Grape, I'm
You
proud
know
of you,
what?
baby. Hey, Grape, I'm
I'm
proud
a
of you.
money chance. I'm
I'm
a
proud of
whole
you.
money chance.
Grape,
I'm a
I'm
money
proud of
chance.
you.
I'm
Grape, you sat
positive
back that
we'll
whole
have this
time.
conversation again and again and again.
I'm proud of you, Grape.
Oh,
Good
well,
night,
Dosey.
Lashondra.
Hold up. So, Dosey, we can really have it right now if
Y'all
everybody
can.
was
You
so
was doing good.
quiet.
You was doing good.
Hold up. Dosey, we can really have it right now. Hold the fuck up. Dosey, we can really have a conversation right the fuck right now if everybody shut the fuck up.
Over with. Nah, we don't want to do it right now. We'll do
We
it till
can.
everybody go to sleep.
Dosey,
Wait
are
till
you
everybody
ready?
go to bed. Wait till everybody go to bed. We don't want to do that right now.
Dosey, no.
She gone.
Dosey,
She
are you
gone.
ready?
She gone. See, she left. See, she left. See, she gone. Yep.
No, she ain't left
No, she
nowhere.
left. I think
No, she not.
Yes, she did.
Dosey,
See.
she
Yes,
right
sir.
there.
I'm right
So
here.
can you and I have the conversation right now?
Dosey, what the fuck?
I'm willing to have
Go ahead,
Y'all don't
Lashondra.
All right,
Yeah,
so
they ain't
let's
talking about
go.
Y'all
nothing.
don't learn from repetition, bro.
Go ahead, Lashondra.
And shout out to my sister Grateful. I love Grateful. I fuck with Grateful. But she be drunk as a skunk. And sometimes it brings that type of energy around. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to those that indulge in the booze. You know what I'm saying? Because I might do not myself. You understand? But you can't come around when you blistered like that. You know what I mean? You about fucked up as Cooter Brown. You see what I'm saying? I'm just showing you the cause and effect. There's no information really coming. Darvis probably drunk too. Everybody probably drunk, getting high for that jack smack. You see what I'm saying? I like Grateful. That's my girl.
Everybody finna leave.
But fucked up like Cooter Brown. I'm talking about toe up from the flow up.
All right, party over. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Party self.
It's gonna be a whole hour.
Savage, just focus on driving, brother. Just focus on driving.
All parties that have
This
no
shit
aspect
crazy,
of
man.
this. So
No,
don't.
my brain don't work like that. My brain don't operate like that, man. I can't do the repetition shit. We gotta move on, Grateful.
It's the verbiage, Auntie.
Let's just move on. Cause she finna.
I don't like how y'all young niggas be disrespecting the elders. Fuck to the
fuck
Grateful.
you, nigga.
Fuck that.
Fuck you.
Fuck that Grateful. Fuck that.
Hey, how about this? I always told y'all.
See, look, and you see you got another drunk dude encouraging the drunk lady to crash out while everybody else saying, let's get back to the information. This shows the ignorance sometimes in our community and the straying away of the information, family. I think that it's harder to deal with the information and the truth than it is not to deal with it. And people rather not deal with it. They rather just do a bunch of nigga shit online and disguise it as if they're getting off information. I'm just giving y'all perspective. And y'all wonder why the elders get disrespect, because they disrespect themselves on public platform. You leave the open credence for anyone else to do the same. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be controversial, but damn, can we be real? I mean, can I be real with the family for like 2 seconds? I just need to be, can I keep it a stack with y'all for like 2 seconds? There's no discipline. There's no code of conduct, and there's no ramifications for the things people do. People get online and just go crazy with this nonsense, and nobody at no point in time say, damn, can we get to some information? Can I dedicate this shit to some bill? Can y'all just add on? Hell, as soon as this shit happens, 9 times out of 10, everybody start leaving. Nobody want to hear that. People might be sitting around elders. Your grandma be like, hey, you might, hey, grandma, listen, they in her building. You can't let your grandma listen to this negative stuff. And people don't care. People don't even give a damn because they're not here for the progression of the people. This is pure degeneracy at its finest. I don't want to say that, but I got too much love for my people not to say that. You feel what I'm saying? When I just showed y'all them bills earlier that we brought to the table, that we used to do, that I'm bringing back to the table, most certainly to the whole community. I'm bringing to the whole community. That if you can't add on, you got to get the fuck on. If you taking away, then stay away. If you can't add on, get the fuck on. If you're gonna take away, stay away. You understand what I'm saying? We got to get to that. Because if you're gonna build, you can chill. You understand what I'm saying? If you're going to build, you can chill. You can hang around. You feel what I'm saying? And then that's just how it is. You know what I mean? I let shit, we let shit go a little loose. I'm putting the foot down. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I can't do it by myself. We're going to need the community to back it. Because some of y'all be setting pro sale and y'all watch it. Y'all entertained by it. Just the channel that we on. And this, that, the third. But y'all gotta be on it too. Y'all gotta be just as vocal and stern and firm on this shit as I am. Nigga, I'm just telling y'all what need to go on, but we gotta make it go on. Yeah, don't just look for about to make it shut down. I'm looking at y'all niggas in the chat that stop this shit. You see, y'all don't understand. Y'all have the power too, my niggas. We got a special guest on here with us. This is the Wake and Bake Show. We got one of the gods that came down to talk to us mortal beings, or you mortal beings. We got a Hanu, Kiel, aka Attention's one. Peace and blessings.
Peace, man. Peace, 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 peace. Peace to the motherfucking gods. Peace to the goddesses. Peace to the Aborigines, the Tonktons, the Moors, the Indians, North, South, Central, and the adjoining islands. It is your brother Hanu Kiel, and we back. What's the word, man? You said we can build, we can chill. Bars, right? Like bars.
Yeah, if you gonna build, you can chill. If you come in to take away, you can stay away. You understand me? That this is what it is. We ain't bringing that type of bullshit. Yeah. And so, we bringing back the real information. That's all. We just making information fun again. Somebody said the panel controllers have more power than the chat. Nah. The chat got it. Because a lot of y'all be laughing and giggling, which makes people want to do it more. You know what I mean? If y'all be like, man, we don't want to hear this bullshit. Everybody in the chat say, we don't want to hear this bullshit. We want to hear some information. Then that's what they gonna do. So I ain't saying it's gonna be just y'all. I ain't gonna put the work on y'all. It's gonna take a dual effort, family. Y'all want the panel just to be, y'all want it to be the motherfucker who King Dingaling like big Aboriginal power just to be y'all dad. Listen, we brothers. First of all, we about to do this shit together. You understand what I'm saying? This real facts. You know what I'm saying, mate? So salute to everybody that's in the building, man. Once again, man, salute to everybody that's in the building. If you haven't had a chance to hit that like button or support the channel, make sure you guys support the channel. Cash App information is pinned at the top of the live chat. If you guys do not see it, I will put it in the chat again. Make sure you support the channel. We got another one of the official goats. It ain't the boat. It's your Saha Chief, the Billy Goat Holiday. In the middle of it. What's going on, bro?
Peace. AP, I know he's a guy, man. Shout out to everybody, man. How y'all doing?
Man, we just kicking. Yeah, we just kicking on some heat, man. Just sit back like a fat cat. I ain't causing no ruckus. You understand?
Yeah.
My bad, Joe. I was talking to the goddamn police woman, beautiful black sister. But yo, man, hey, if you can build, you can chill. It's a lot of
if you come here to take away, you can stay away.
That's a fact. That is.
If you ain't got nothing to add on, then get the fuck on. You understand what I'm saying?
A lot of niggas just hit the motherfucking link because they ain't got nothing going on. Ain't got no motherfucking bill. Come up here with this playing shit. Nigga, bring some information, nigga. Bring some information, nigga. Take some time out to go to educate yourself so you can get the people something beautiful to go off. You know?
That's a fact.
All this drama and all this messy shit, man. This ain't like, man, listen, my nigga.
Yeah, this ain't it. This over with. Y'all done had y'all run-ins with that. That's finito.
So for me, I don't know what's going on. So
I kind of
like it like
Who that? Supreme
Yeah.
Man, that's the booger eater, man. Come on, yeah.
Big bro. What's up, Hanu? What's happening?
Motherfucking Supreme Chief, nigga.
Yeah. Y'all know what it is, man. Yeah.
The original guys. We back up in the house. We back up in
where Jag at? Yeah.
We just let people know. Go ahead and enjoy the rest of the year with the degeneracy. Come 2026, we setting a new tone. I'm just giving y'all the heads up.
Oh yeah. Some of us, we cooking. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody, man.
Yeah, it never stops. It never stops.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. We know what's going on. So so peace to everybody, man. Hope y'all doing well.
You know what the hell been going on? You've been around for the last year or two. Degeneracy. That's what the hell been going on.
Hey man. Life is life,
around
bro.
Here with this political talking ass shit, Chief. No, we talking to the family. Ain't nobody in here but the family today.
Hey, bro. I ain't talking political, man. I'm not talking political, man. Shit. Life is a movie, bro. Y'all need to be living life. Hey, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So shout out to everybody, man, that's living life, man. For real.
Man, it's always some degeneracy going on, man. Always. No building.
A lot of niggas ain't living life. They just reacting to it. See?
But
it's
you know what, though?
Between living life and then reacting to life. Do I got to break that down? That's a whole nother science right there.
But you gotta, the way you keep content going is by having, oppositions with people, man. You know what I'm saying? Not before you do a bill, you sit there and you think about what the bill gonna be about. You just spark one up and just say any motherfucking thing out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Don't share the screen. Don't have people come up here laughing and joking about nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, they be so ticklish. It's like they got true zesty boyish spirit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't know what's going on there. Like I don't even
No, I'm saying
participate.
like you remember when you read with that little thing
Oh shit.
with Promise Hall. You remember? And it said he was with Benjamin Franklin. And he said he was playing and he has true boyish zest. I'm not saying zest, I'm saying true little kitty behavior. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying zesty, but it is some of that going around too. But that's needless to say, right? That's needless to say. But nah, man, we just want to bring some fire information, man. So, hey, man, we up here with the gods. It ain't nothing but heat up here. Somebody said, about change the screen. It looked like a bunch of people up there. That's good. We like it to look like a bunch of people up here because we was playing a video. Reacting to the degeneracy upon the panel that I had last night. I'm reacting to my own show last night in the degeneracy.
I thought it was live at first. Hey, AP, I swear to God, I was about to go watch football, nigga. I ain't gonna even hold you.
I'm showing the degeneracy,
hey, man, I was about to go enjoy my day. I was about to go do some other shit, my guy. And I see you talking, reacting to it, and I see how to come over here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you, man.
No, I'm just reacting to my own video, my own live stream, and showing comparisons to my original live streams to the live streams now. You see what I'm saying? It's a night and day comparisons when we're talking about information flowing on my channel. You see what I'm saying? I leave it open for people like I used to back in the day. The information will continue to flow to the morning. No arguing, no nothing. I leave motherfuckers on my panel today. It turned to a bunch of degenerate shit. No information whatsoever. That has to be canceled. So that got to be removed. So, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I think it's lanes for a lot of different shit. You know what I mean?
Not for degeneracy though. Not for degeneracy though.
I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still gotta go back to that.
Let's have this conversation in 2025. Is there room? I want both of y'all to have answer this. Is there room and is there a lane for degeneracy within our
not in my life.
Okay, just making sure.
Not in my life. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. Like, no, I don't participate in that, and don't. You know what I mean? Like, even when if I'm not doing this conversation, having these conversations, or whatever we're doing, information is happening in real life. Teaching, building, talking, like I'm
just saying
like
because
really doing work.
Listen, I hate when people say or listen, because us being online is part of real life. Because I'm real life talking to you niggas in real life, my nigga, in real time.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like, I get it.
So I'm just asking.
I get it.
I'm just asking: is degeneracy, and maybe I'm getting a little old and outdated, not looking at shit right. Is degeneracy a lane that is meant and have a room in our community? Is it a lane that's in our community that's needed? Degeneracy.
Okay, so listen. I don't know what we talking about when we say degeneracy.
Anything that's degenerate, it's a conglomerate of things. It ain't just one thing. Degeneracy is an institutional thing.
Ask you, hold on, real quick. Hold on. Before you answer that question, Chief, hold on, real quick. So when you first put your platform together, what was your missionary statement for you opening your platform?
I'm glad you said that because I often repeat my mission statement all the time. And my mission statement was to go and talk to the most degenerate people in the community. Damn, that's fucked up, A1. God damn.
And see, that's what I'm saying, bro.
But listen,
I ain't gonna be
though.
politically. Huh?
Hold on. Let me explain this, because that's you kind of fucked me up with that one. But listen,
You answer your own question. There you go.
Let me say this. But listen, my job of targeting degeneracy doesn't mean that it's allowed. My thing is to change the degeneracy. That's why I want to go have these conversations with the degenerate, not to continuate and to promote and to big up and to revere the degeneracy. It's to take away the mindset of degeneracy. So yeah, my mission statement has always been going to go talk to the most degenerate, deprived, and indoctrinated people in our communities. That's a fact. That's my mission statement. I always have been.
Hey man, peace to the chat, man. Peace to everybody, man.
What was your mission statement, Chief?
You don't know.
It was so long ago. Man, you know, it's still the same, man. Like, bro, I'm here for the people, man. Like, I kind of, the ancestors guide me in the direction, man. So for me, I don't judge. You know what I mean? So that's the first thing. Second thing is, when you said about our people, you know, we've been psychologically put in a degenerate, inferior mind state. So speaking powerful words. So that's the first thing, bro. So far as what a person live and stuff, niggas is whoever the fuck y'all think y'all want to be on the internet. You can type whatever you want to say. You can put whatever you want to put on your name. But in real life, you ain't doing none of that. So I don't know nothing. So I know some of y'all in real life. Like, shout out to y'all, salute to y'all. Y'all got my number. We doing shit. Like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But for other shit, bro, I just don't. I ain't taking this serious no more. It's over for me. You fuck with me, you fuck with me. I fuck with who fuck with me. I ain't taking this serious. Real talk. Some of y'all pieces of y'all.
Yeah.
And some of y'all say y'all want information or y'all about serious shit, but it's not really doing that. And support real shit. And this the realest it get. So whenever niggas be saying shit or whatever, we talking about information, bro. It's like, what are we talking about? It's new shit that's never been ever been taught ever. It's a whole new curriculum.
I think this is a pertinent conversation for the people. We haven't had one of these real lockdown with some of the big dogs in the community. So I think that this is a good conversation, a good time, and perfect people to have this conversation with you and A1. With the degeneracy in contrast to the information that once flowed. And like I said, I'm setting the tone. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Me and the chat already agree.
Yeah. I'm with the
I'm just saying, me and the chat already, me in the chat, the
I've
family
been on
in the chat already agreed on it. You already voted out if you voting against. But I know you're not against it. So what we're saying is we're bringing back the information that we're going to try to do with the degeneracy. It's just that simple.
I mean, the degenerate shit don't even fuck with me, so I don't even worry about that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for real. I'm on some grown man shit.
Yeah, but I understand that you're talking about your personal life. We're not talking about individuality. We're not talking about individualism.
The fuck is
this? Yeah. No. I'm just saying though, like it's you know, people
you're talking
like
about individualism. You're talking about nothing.
Because a lot of times people be like, man, y'all don't let this shit happen in the community. I'm like, what you talking about? The community is our people, not just on the internet shit. So I be want to put that out there, man. So you can tune out anytime. I was literally about to say, AP, I'll keep it real. Like, I would have texted you, be like, hey, bro, what's happening? You know, I'd have called you while this shit was going on. But yeah, I'm not about to even participate. So I don't know what's going on. Really, and I'm sure it's the same shit that's been going on, right?
A lot of our brothers and sisters ain't even going to listen nor participate. So if it is any little bit of information coming out of this degeneracy, nobody's listening for it. It gets overlooked. It gets blocked out with the rest of the degenerate conversation. So what I'm saying is we got to do with the degeneracy and continue with the information. I know for a fact
people be trying to say that
I was just going through some
niggas ushered it. Huh?
Hold on, I was just going through some
niggas be trying to come to me.
I was just going through some of the comments, Chief, of some of these old bills, and how people really, really take this information serious. You feel what I'm saying? Oh,
somebody said sound like fatigue. Oh,
it is, man. It's degenerate fatigue, man. I swear to God, it is degenerate fatigue. I'm tired of it.
Oh shit.
Got to get away. Got to do away with that American ideology, man.
American ideology. USA.
Who fucking
See, boom. See, he wanted to be put in the degenerate bucket. He instantly get removed. Instantly. You see how that work? that's how you get removed degenerate conversation.
Yeah.
If you're not going to build, hold on. If you're not going to build, you can't chill.
You can't
you ain't going to add on, get the fuck on. I just made that statement pretty clear today.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Hey, peace in the chat though, man. Shout out to y'all, man. All love, man.
If we not slaves, then you can't behave.
Man, what you eat?
Hey, look. These are my fucking
If you think you a slave, you must behave.
Hey man, I was about to call y'all, man. I see y'all was on here, bro. I was about to call y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all. What Jag at, man? Let's get Jag on here, man. Let's get the horseman on. Let the people know see the horseman, man. Huh?
Last week was Jack little baby birthday. The baby.
Yeah, I went down there. I was down there the other day. I was down there on the 28th, and I was down there on the
Happy birthday, man.
You know, me and Jack, we get together a couple times a year.
Yeah.
No more than that.
That's man.
See these dudes.
Yeah, man, we all got to get together, man.
These niggas, any nigga who telling you a slave,
oh, y'all still talking about that?
Programming you need to get away from that nigga. Now, this shit is gonna be forever. We ain't gonna never get. That's a degenerate. We ain't gonna never get away from that. We ain't gonna never get away from that. Any nigga promoting to you that you was a slave and all the horrific things that come along with you being a slave, get away from him. Don't even talk to him. Like once you hear motherfuckers saying some shit like that, spin on them. Keep it moving. Like, yeah, all right, man. How you have a good day? Because you're going to have people in all type of prominent positions saying this. You can go to church and hear somebody talking about, oh, when we were slaves, we wasn't. You can go, a politician, right? You can even hear your family at Thanksgiving, right? Your family at Thanksgiving, right? When they go around and say, what you thankful for? Man, I'm thankful I ain't a slave no more. Yo. Hey, look, hey, Holiday, look. Nigga like, yo, I'm thankful we ain't slaves no more. Look, we got a nice big bird. I'm glad we not slaves. And then you come on the internet to kind of wake the people up. And here it is, some slave-minded dude coming up here reinforcing that. And he won't even accept the fact that you bring your information telling you otherwise. These niggas want to reinforce some degenerate servitude mind state.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like my man that was on here a couple weeks ago. Do you know what this nigga thumbnail was, Chief? This nigga had a slave with a bag on a stick running away. And he wanted to talk. He wanted to talk to us. I'm like, my nigga, that thumbnail says it all. We don't want to talk to you, nigga. Just the fact that you got a slave with all of his belongings in a bag smaller than a shopping bag, with a stick with a stick on his back, looking like he's sneaking away and shit. Like this nigga, like, oh, master ain't look, nigga. You believe that? And the fact that you would put that on your thumbnail and you want to debate somebody and argue somebody down that we was that. Oh, we was that. And then, magically, in the late 1800s, we building buildings, we got businesses. At what point in time did they teach all these people how to fucking do business or even how to have organizations to build a structure? Because for you to build a building, you have to be organized. We ain't talking about no man versus wild, where a nigga taking some sticks and some mud and slapping it and making some type of shack. We talking about real respectable structures that take an architect. So somebody had to draw this out before they can build this building. Somebody had to plan it and say, all right, well, every floor gonna be blah, 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 blah. We're gonna have restrooms in it. We're gonna have windows in it. Like, do you understand that? So the white man taught you how to make that, and then the white man left you alone. Oh no, these was the slaves that was working with the white man. And they brought their skills over. No. Propaganda is real, my nigga. Propaganda is real. Understand what I'm saying? Propaganda is real, bro. Same thing you seen what happened to people around the world, right? Because the first place they had to organize and get some type of structure was here. And when I'm saying now, we talking about the Slavs. You understand? Before they could take their show on the road and go over to Europe and take over the rest of the Aborigines. You ever ask yourself this question, Chief, right? So how did Slavic Jews get the last name like Evans, Brown, Smith? And if you go back in their family tree, their last name was Kosowski or Woloski or some European. Now, where's mine? I had a conversation with a person, with a European who converted to Judaism the other day, right? And I asked him, I said, yo, how did you get this last name Brown? So you know what his argument was? Can y'all still hear me? Yo. Mic check.
Yo, salute.
Okay. Peace, Jag. Peace to God, man. Look, what I was saying, right, real quick, right? So I had a conversation with a European convert, right, that converted to Judaism the other day, right? And I noticed his last name was Brown. So I asked him, I said, yo, what is your family surname from their country? It was some long 5-syllable European last name, right? I said, how did you get this last name? He said, oh, my people adapted this last name when they came over here so that they wouldn't be recognized as Jews, right? So I said, okay. So I said, you do understand that last name come from the Aborigines or Indians that was here. So he was like, he argued with me. His argument was, nah, because people in Europe got the same last name. I said, people in Europe got the same last name, just like you adopted that last name. The people over there, we already had people that was related to people over here, Aborigines that was already in Europe that had relationships with Aborigines over here that had them same surnames. And you Europeans, when y'all moved into these British, London, and all of these different towns, right, with these English last names, y'all adapted them too. And in some cases, y'all adapted them because y'all was property of them. You understand? It's the same thing over here.
Here's the thing, right? You got it.
No, I was just going to let me because you know I'm long-winded.
No, I want to ask something what you. I won't get past the surnames. We'll throw it right back to. We have shown consistently, right, that the surnames that American Negroes carry are American names. These are our names. They just call us Black Americans, African Americans, just adopted American. They just went from the Continental Congress to just the Congress. It's just names that they rewrote history. Burnt shit down, rewrote history, whitewash shit, period. That's it. We're not going back and forth with y'all. We're not slaves. They are the Slav slaves, period. They are the emancipated ones. The 13th Amendment is for them. 14th Amendment is for them. Prisons are for them. Okay? So we got to stop allowing these people to make us feel degenerate. If this is the conversation that we're having today, how do we get past it?
We got a degenerate in the chat room. We got a degenerate.
I mean, we don't know who's a degenerate.
No, we look.
I don't know if he's a degenerate, bro. Because I talked to brothers behind the scenes, bro. Like, but I'm just saying, though, I don't believe that brother's a degenerate because he works with children, bro, the Olympics and shit like that. No, I'm just keeping it real. When you called him out specifically, I can't say, I don't know the brother specifically, but I know that he works with the children, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know,
but look,
you big bro. You know what I'm saying? If you say he's a degenerate nigga, I'm be like, okay, that nigga degenerate. I'm gonna call him right.
No, but since I'm a dumbass,
Well, I just want you to know that.
Dumbass, and no. In his comment, he
referred
referred to me as a dumb. Listen, he referred to me as a dumbass, and he's reinforcing the fact that Slavs wasn't slaves. So in that regard, brother, we've been teaching. I know I've been teaching it for years, and other brothers such as Chief Holiday, such as AP, been also teaching it, right? So at this point in time, if you ain't get the memo in 2025, right, and you still want to attach your name to being the only slave, because during Black History Month, when your kids in classroom and they talking about slavery, they the only ones who raise their fucking hand. And the way that they do it, they willingly do it. They're like, yo, was anybody? Look, just imagine a teacher asking, is anybody in here descendants of slaves? The only people you're going to see raise their hands going to be our kids. So the fact that you don't know what you're talking about, the fact that you haven't did no research, meaning you haven't even looked the word up, and you believe everything just by you not believing your brothers, meaning you stand under the propaganda educational system. You stand under that. So don't you the dumbass, because if you ain't get the memo and you ain't, I done showed you the word slave originally applied to the Slavs, right? To the Slavs. We showed you the Britain word for white people literally were slaves. We just showed you this shit. And here it is. You're arguing so that you can stand under that and you can continue to be a slave. So you could be in a victim mode and feel sorry for yourself. Hit the fucking link, my nigga. Because I'm on my shit today. And I got time. So hit the motherfucking link, nigga. Since you want to be a slave and you want to reinforce this to the rest of the people, that's a degenerate mind state. Anybody reinforcing to any of y'all, even with all of this propaganda history that these people then created, my nigga, you didn't get the memo about the general education system and why it was created? You didn't get the memo. So I'm going to go on a limb here. 75% of the shit that you niggas read, because you just happy to say that you can read and you regurgitate and you didn't even check. You took these people's words for facts. You didn't research nothing. You just regurgitating what you done heard them say and how they programmed your ass. And now you up here relating this back to the people and having the people be confused. Because when a brother like me say that we wasn't slaves, white people were slaves, and you come along and say we were slaves, then people are confused. People don't know what side. Even though A1 to God, Ahana to God, right, been telling y'all for years, some people are still in a state of confusion. And they're confused. Oh, because this so-called professor said it. Oh, because it's in this book. Because it's in this book. You believe it. You believe everything you read, everything, all of the spelling tricks, all of the mind. Oh, like, listen, my nigga, all of these spells that have been placed upon us has been regurgitated, and our people are the magicians that's passing these spells on to our people and keeping our people in the same mind state as a primitive third dimensional being. No, we gods. I started off the conversation saying peace to the gods and peace to the goddesses. So if you don't recognize yourself as that, and you say, oh, well, I'm not a god, you can create life, right? You can manifest things into your reality, right? You can talk to the actual, whatever name of the being that governs this universe or governs this dimension or whatever plane you want to call it. Whatever being that governs this universe, right? You can actually talk to that individual, right? Because that individual is within you. You ain't got to go outside to go find it. Because that individual is you and it's in you. Peace to the guys, man.
You going in, but who you talking about in the chat though?
Whoever Hey Roo the Guru is. I know that's probably my man, Hey Roo, that be coming up here always trying to challenge somebody. That's what I'm saying. See, this is the degeneracy, right?
Nah, we ain't even see. Sometimes we gotta ignore it too. They want the clout. They take sound bites and go to their little channels and stuff, and y'all just hype up the degeneracy even more. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it's best to ignore. These people not even an impact in their own communities. He's a comedic guy. Nobody referred to Haru as the comedic guy. So he got to make an impact in his own community. You feel me? No disrespect. Shout out to him.
And he totally disrespect. He calling motherfuckers, he calling people dumbasses and all this other stuff. And that's what I'm saying, bro. If you don't want nothing, don't start nothing.
Man, I had a debate with this guy. He thought that everybody was hunter and gatherers, bro. So listen, this is not even
it went very bad.
Conversation with. You feel me? Trust me, A1.
We already know
ahead of the curve, brother. This guy.
Some of these dudes are lifetime. Some of these guys, even though, like I said, it don't have to be like it's not a physical. It's a mental problem we got. And like I said, it's not physical. Ain't nothing like, or if I see a brother, I can't build with a brother. But some of these jokers, my dude, like y'all gonna stand the same nonsense. And that nonsense he was spewing when you debated him only showed, like I said, see, the European told you that you couldn't read. Oh, your grandfather couldn't read. Your grandfather could read.
Listen, that's how I knew there was a lot of. That's how I knew it was a lot of degeneracy in the community when people was really believing that we was hunter and gatherers. I was like, oh yeah, the degeneracy is real. These niggas skipped a lot of classes and they just came on to talk.
Hey y'all.
Or even to just put, how you doing, sis?
Peace, sis.
Even just to try to put it in a synonym, right? And trying to make an explanation. Oh yeah, well this is hunter gathering, nigga. Don't even use the word. Period. Like that's something that these people created, my dude. And that word is connotatively connected to primitive people. No matter what type of spin you put on it, what kind of remix you put on it, connotatively is connected to people being primitive, my nigga.
Hey, I just got one thing to say.
Peace,
Sorry
peace
for cutting you
goddess.
off.
Peace, go ahead. No, you good. Go ahead, goddess.
I hope y'all doing all right this morning. Excuse my voice. I just got one thing to say. He said that the guy work around children and the stuff that he believe in. Imagine what he's telling them kids.
That's what I'm saying. Just because you work around kids or whatever, don't mean that you're not passing on. Listen, to be real talk, do you know how much like trauma, right? So part of being connected to a slave is traumatizing. You need therapy when every year when these so-called terms are being brought to our people and then we live back on it. Everybody else, out of all the different demographics of people that's here, right? We the only people who have to be held to that standard of being slave. The white man who was the real slave, right? The white man who was the real slave, he's laughing at us because he know that the word slave come from the word Slav, and we standing up. When you in class, they be like, all right, this Black History Month, right? We're gonna talk about slaves and how bad slavery was, right? Who you think in the classroom feeling bad? Or who you think in the classroom is being traumatized? Our kids.
Right, because there's assuming going on just because they see the color of our skin. They say, oh yeah, you was a slave. No, you don't know who I am. You don't know who my family is. You don't know my history. You can't just assume.
Where you from? Where you from, the DMV?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you sound like you got a ball, yeah. That's how they do it.
Yeah, I live down south now.
I can hear the Maryland accent for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to B More. Shout out to B More. Shout out to B More.
Yeah, shout out to the whole DMV, man. We got a lot of family in here from the DMV,
and you
man.
see,
Represent.
Thanks.
you see
Where
how
y'all
they
from?
had to tear down. I'm from Newark, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
I'm from
Yeah,
Newark,
I've been
New
I'm from
Jersey, but my
Tennessee.
descendants.
Oh, Tennessee. Okay.
Yeah, but I lived in the DMV and I lived in the Northeast as well. So.
Boy, I ain't gonna let you lie on
Where
me.
you
I'm in
from?
South
You cut
Carolina.
out.
I ain't gonna let you lie on me, nigga.
I'm in South
I'm gonna leave
Carolina.
and come back.
Yeah, it's probably your mic. Shout out to the sis. But yeah, man. Nah, we just getting rid of the degenerate. It's okay to have a good conversation. It's okay to even the challenge. We don't want a bunch of yes men. We want people to use your brain, question the narrative, bring in your perspectives,
Well,
but at least have it backed up. At least have it backed up by some data.
Well, let me answer this question, Bap.
Hold on, brother. My bad. You won't cut me off while I was speaking, brother? That's crazy. I got you, Aru. I got you. You ain't got to do that. We ain't got to do that. It's all love, bro. This ain't the normal place you could go to. It's all good, bro. We'll give you a chance to speak. And a lot of it was directed towards you, so I'm definitely going to allow you to speak. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that, bro. You know that. Yeah, man. We just got to get back into the building the thing. It's okay for people not to agree. It's okay for people to challenge. I like that. It's okay. That helps the conversation continue. It helps us get into our information bag. But when it becomes just a degenerate conversation with no factual sources, no references, no claiming, no nothing, like, come on, if you're going to be dedicating your time towards these conversations, at least dedicate something to be able to show some of the information. A lot of people come on year after year after year, and they say, when we ask them to show something, it's always, I'm on my phone. I don't got a computer. Nigga, invest into a computer just like you would invest into these conversations if you take them as serious as you say you do. That's all I'm saying, family. But go ahead, Brother Haru. You got the floor.
I agree with everything you said right there, brother. But I ain't gonna let you lie on me. We didn't debate no motherfucking Hunter Gatherer.
Oh, no, you correct. We did not debate Hunter Gatherer. We did not. We did not debate Hunter Gatherer.
I don't got no beef with that. You did fair square beat me, even though it was a home court advantage.
And listen, and I stand corrected. We did not debate on hunter and gatherers. That is true. We debated on the origins of civilization.
You made me look goofy with a few statements thereafter.
My bad. I apologize about that.
I appreciate you.
My bad.
I appreciate you. See, I can fuck with you. You got a little degeneracy yourself. That's my mission. Same mission as yours, but it's mainly.
Go ahead, explain. Listen, I'm very clear-minded, and I'm gonna give you the floor. Explain the degeneracy that you see that Bap portrays. Go ahead.
Well, let me rephrase it a little bit. Okay. I would say this. Okay, in the YouTube world, once you get a little certain amount of following, certain amount of momentum, eventually you got a little audience you got to please. And sometimes I see, not just you, I'm just talking about in general, you will lean towards, pleasing the audience opposed to the 100% facts. I'm gonna just say that. And I don't fault nobody for that. But what I did come up here and wanted to say is, if y'all truly want opposition, why y'all threw Black Ice off the panel and all he said was, hey man, we need to start this American ideology, and y'all dropped them immediately?
Because I'm gonna be honest. Black Ice doesn't take this information serious, and just like the beginning part of my statement that I said earlier that you totally agree on, he falls right into that category. You see what I'm saying? So that's the only reason we're not going to accept
prior behavior. Okay,
and he's not known for information. If he was
and
known for information,
you know what? I can't.
So
I can't.
If
fight
you was
with
known
that.
for information, you coming on challenge me, I have nothing but to leave you on here. We're gonna bang it out. We're gonna do what we're gonna do.
No, Black ain't just like me, and this is why I'm gonna give you pass with that, because I told Black Ice, nigga, get your mind back. He's it's almost like that Bible imprinted on his brain, and he can't nothing but regurgitate the same shit he done read I said, nigga, write me a poem in your own words about them same Bible verses that you keep regurgitating. He couldn't do it. He just kept regurgitating. I said, bro, are you broke? Is it a glitch in your brain?
Well, like I said, over the few years, the conversations have became people that anyone that can talk can come on and build. But if you're not adding to the conversation, if you're not known for bringing information, whether it's opposite or not, you're just not going to be able to entertain these panels, at least on my channel anymore. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what the foundation of what my channel was built off of. Now, when I have a free smoke open panel show where anybody can come on, I will allow some people to come on. But when it becomes too
bro, Jazz just fucked me up in the chat. She talking about AI DMX. Jazz just fucked me up.
AI DMX is funny as hell. The chat is undefeated, though. Like I said, and so and on my show, it's always been a joke, and I'm a jokey guy. I'm like that before I even made a YouTube channel. So that's just part of my charisma and my aura. I come with jokes. I'm a funny dude at times. You feel what I'm saying? So that often get incorporated with the information that I implement as well. Everybody had their own delivery, and so mine is to incorporate a little humor from time to time. You feel what I'm saying?
I fuck with you. Even though I told people I don't fuck with you.
Well,
I give you big ups. I give you big ups. I said, man, Bap doing his thing now.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I heard you loud and clear, brother.
Yeah, you can hear you butt in the middle of me and him finishing the little statement, nigga. That's the problem.
Shit.
It's not that we can't hear you, nigga. We not trying to hear you.
Hey.
There we go.
Hey, turning up.
Oh man, no respect.
Peace, Quinn.
Nigga,
I'm down. I can't even speak.
Yeah, because me and this nigga in the middle of a conversation.
He was just making sure everybody could
And
hear
I don't
him.
give a fuck, nigga.
I don't want to
Respect
hear that.
is respect.
No, see, hold on.
We trying to address information, bro.
All right, man.
I don't want to address that, bro. Come on now. I'm not even. Come on, you blowing somebody high, not mine. Peace, Queen. How are you? I can't even greet the sister, bro. Like, come on, fam.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome, Queen. I'm Supreme Chief. How are you? What's your name?
Yeah, I've seen you a couple times on here.
That's Koya. It's Sister Koya.
Peace.
Shout out to Sister Koya.
I'm back, little sister.
That's what's up.
Uh-huh.
So, I want to address this word slave. I think because it might be some people, AP, that generally don't know this. Like, we got to remember, it's people continually listening that's just their first time ever hearing this information, bro.
True.
And we've been going back to the degenerate mind state, right? See, I don't say white supremacy. I think that's what it's a flag on the play is pale degeneracy. And the reason why I say pale degeneracy, right, is because you're taking away power from them. Words matter. Black trash, right? White trash is trash. I'd rather say waste people and, just call shit what it is if you brave enough to say that in real life. You might say shit on the internet, but you niggas is pussies. So let's keep it real. That's why I don't fuck with fake shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk information. I want to talk information. The word slave needs to be understood that it's not for you. So even when you hear enslavement, that means family, getting married, having children. For us, that's the only enslavement we ever had. Family members, these people,
and that's a fact. And like I said, if you don't know this, tap in with the tap in. That's what we do. And I didn't mean to cut your wisdom, though, brother Chief.
And I just want to say one more thing.
But just to add on to what you're saying, so you can continue.
We're the only people that teach this. I just want to point that out.
No, that's true. And so we're going to take this as a teaching moment, just to get into a little bag, and just to piggyback off of what you were saying, right? So you brought up the term white slaves and white degeneracy and the white trash of the South.
No. White. Let's put white to the side. Slave is Slavs only. Pale.
Well, no. When you talk, pale degeneracy, right? Pale degeneracy.
Pale degeneracy.
You like to, yeah. So and for those that don't know, we're talking about white people. Okay.
9. Well, I mean, okay, you want to break it down like that? Okay. Yeah, whatever y'all want to talk about. Hey, so this is why it's important, though, AP. I know we be going back and forth on the black thing, right? But when you have black, you got to have white. That's just part of
you do.
balancing
In these social constructs, you do.
Right.
And so
that's why
in
I said throw
reality,
black in the trash.
it does exist. But I just want to make people know as we speak, there are twists to this. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts. So I just want to point that out. So when we talking power, the reason why you guys lose all the time is because we're gods. We're talking words of power. When I'm talking real time to pale skins in real life, looking them in their eyes, nigga, it's war, nigga. Fuck is y'all talking about?
Yeah,
so you don't
and
know
see
information,
the real power comes from us knowing our real history.
That's it.
And so fuck all the other shit. Once we learn the history, we'll start understanding the power that we once possessed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But just to piggyback off what you were talking about, this white degeneracy, for the lack of argument.
Pale degeneracy.
Shut the fuck up, Chief. I said for the lack of argument. If you want to argue, nigga, we can get down, my nigga.
No,
I'm just gonna let you know. You butt in again, nigga. I'm gonna take it as a challenge, my nigga. I'm just telling you. Listen, I don't debate but my peers, and you happen to be one of my peers. You butt in again, nigga. You gonna get it.
Oh what?
You understand me?
Man, hold on.
Shout out to my nigga Chief.
Yeah, it's like correction. That don't need to be corrected.
I sure the fuck don't.
I would take my F.
This nigga be correcting me like I don't know no better. Nigga, if you don't sit your ass down.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it for you. Where's it at? Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, this is what I want to talk about right here.
It didn't even change.
So look, it said throughout the South, the slaves of many of the big planters lived in society of blacks and well-to-do whites, and were encouraged into their view of respectable laborers, whites, and disdain Ellie Kelly, who lived to be a slave in South Carolina. Ellie Kelly is a pale skin, as my brother Chief would say. You know, boss these days, they're in 3 kind of people: lowest down in the layer of white folks, in the middle layer, and the colored folks, which is the top layer. And on the top of the cream of the layer of the good white folks, right? The slaves noticed that their master's sense of superiority towards the migral formers as well as towards the poor whites by associating themselves with the equality of white folks, strengthening their self-esteem. So just by associating themselves with the black landowners, built the sense of self-esteem to pale degeneracy. This is why you got to be in close proximity to them. This is why they want you in close proximity to them. Okay, keep this in mind. This is all known facts. Look, a slave expressed no surprise that his master, now listen, who was Big Buckaroo, never associated with white trash, and Rosa Stark, who had been owned by a big planter in the South Carolina, reported that the poor whites the kitchen door when they went up in the bakehouse. Her mistress had a grand manner and no patience with poor white folks. So if y'all don't know what's going on, we're talking about Negroes is the landowners, Negroes is the planters. If y'all not for sure about that, y'all need to go ahead and wreck yourself.
Hey, let me share my screen when you get done, AP.
Go ahead. I got you.
I want to chime in too.
I want to see if it works anyway, because I ain't share my screen in a minute. So
hold on.
I got you. All you gotta do is start screen sharing, and I'll pull it up.
It's not
and so listen. When we're talking about landowners, right? I just need to make this point very clear. When we're talking about planters